Hello. I am super on time. I got my tea all ready to go. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna actually mute my phone, so even if somebody does try and call me, I'll just never find out about it. So we're just gonna mute that, and we're just gonna put it way over there. Today, I want to catch up on a little bit of stuff, and then, if possible, I would really like to try the Brawlers Guild. They obviously added some new fights, and a new currency, and a new mount, and all sorts of cool stuff in 7.15, and I have not had a chance to try it yet, so after I do, we're going to start with honor dailies on my Horde Druid, because I didn't do this morning, and I gotta get them done. We're going to start with that, and then after that, I'm going to try the Brawlers Guild on my Priest. I've heard that there are very long queues, so if it ends up being like a super long wait to do each fight, then we might find something else to do. But for now, we'll certainly give it a try. So we have Black Rogue Rumble. We may as well start with that. What's the best way to get there? You go in through Bradensbrook, huh? Let's fly over to Bradensbrook. Hey Daniel, what's up? How you doing? I noticed in some of my past stream VoDs that whenever I turn to read chat, which is my other monitor over in this direction, sometimes like if I turn my whole head too far, my mic doesn't pick me up as well. And I was trying to think of how to mitigate that. And I was thinking of shifting my monitors so that I'm more in between them instead of having my WoW right in front of me and then my chat like way off to the side. But my camera is actually perched on top of my monitor, and I thought of this literally 45 seconds ago. So I didn't want to go through like repositioning my camera and trying to get that all set up. It takes longer than you would think. So I'll try and sort that out for next time. Hey Berks, how you doing? The other thing that I was kind of thinking about doing, but I'm not really committed to, is for the life of me, cannot find a transmog on my Horde Druid that I like. This is just like Warlord Season 3. I don't even remember if that's the Elite set or not. I think it might be. Or Season 2, 3, doesn't matter. They didn't add new sets. And I don't like it. Like, it's too much blue, and so they got like blues and greens, and it's too dark, and it's not really my thing. And I looked through all the other sets that I had preset into, in like my transmog thing, and I hate them all. They're all terrible. None of them look good in a troll. All of my transmog sets are designed for Night Elf Resto Druids. And whenever I try and kind of do the same thing on my troll, it just doesn't look good. So I need to look through, like, maybe the appearance window and find some stuff that I can actually wear. Because I have, like, the hardest time playing a character if I don't like their transmog. And if I'm feeling good about my transmog, I play so much better, which is just silly, but it is. This week on my Resto Druid, I had been trying all sorts of different Alliance transmogs on my Night Elf Druid, and I got kind of fed up with them because I wasn't really clicking with any of them, and I finally just went back to what I wore for, like, all of Warlords, and I started playing way better. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe I just got good partners or a good comp or something, but damn if that transmog didn't help. So I'd like to find something like that for this Druid, because more and more people keep saying to me that they have Horde characters they would like to play in 3s, and I would like to heal them, and I'm gonna need to play it a little bit more if I want to get to that point. Can anybody answer, how do you get a new invitation? Oh crap, you're right, I'm gonna have to get one of those, huh? I believe you farm them off a mob somewhere, don't you? I'll wowhead it. Alright, so World Quest Group Finder gets me into a nice little group, and then I can just kind of drop down. I'm still in my healing spec, so I should be able to just blink in and heal these people that are already here. Where are you? Why are you not in line of me? Am I not zoned in yet? Where is that priest? I don't understand. I can't heal any of these people. They should be right in front of me. And it's just not working because I guess I'm not phased or something. Man. Darn. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get an invite. Crap, I totally forgot about that. I thought you would just roll up and play, you know? There's something wrong with this. I should just moonfire people that are actually in my phase, and then as they kill each other, I will get credit. Because I can heal myself. That's something. Almost forgot the stream today. If it wasn't for my GF, I would have stayed without seeing the stream. I mean, even if you miss a stream on a week or two, there's always VoDs. Except for that one time. I think I forgot to upload a VoD once. It was like over my holiday or whatever. But for the most part, VoDs will always go up on Saturday. Although it is nice to chat in real time, you know, live. Why am I not in the same phase as my group? What's up with that? Maybe after I die, because I'm absolutely gonna die. Hey Hazel, first time watching the live stream. I do want to say great job on the pet guides. I use them all the time. Thanks, Nathan. On dungeons or farming on Shield Rest? Yeah, Shield's Rest was where I heard. So when we get around to doing the Brawler stuff, that's probably where we're gonna go. Can I heal? Can I heal him? Oh no, he's up there still. He didn't jump in. Moonfire for kill credit. Moonfire for kill credit. It's not cheap at all. Somebody's gonna kill me, but that's okay. You know, it's a give and take. You gotta kill and be killed. That guy's got a cool Ashbringer appearance. Look at that. It's all like red. It's got a little skull in there. I like that. Also, he's getting BM mastered down. The hunter's not even hitting him. He's just... Maybe I can solo wrath him to death? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. These quests are so much easier in a group, but it would be nice if I could... I can see him there. Maybe... You know what? You know what it is? I don't think... I think this particular quest is actually free-for-all. And that's why I can't heal them. And you know why I was confused is because Bareback, you can heal people in Bareback Brawl and you can heal people in the Dark Brawl Arena. But in this one, clearly that's not the case. Now, I don't know if being in a group with them when they get kills also gives me kills, or if I'm just going to have to moonfire people and hope for the best. But it appears that, doesn't really do much. I'm going to Thorns myself, because he's probably going to hit me now, huh? Yeah, there we go. Kill yourself with my Thorns. Yeah! Actually, well, if that guy did it. Hello. I'm going to slash bow. You want to go? I'm at 90%. I'm almost done. But yeah, I can totally hit people that are in my group. I gotcha. High drop percentage, so it won't take long. Oh, that's good. Hey, Austrian 1991, how you doing? Off-color rogue tier 2 from BC Heroics. It's blue and will confuse people. Elites and Storm, I'm good. Silver Love, how are you doing? Invites can drop from emissary caches. Yeah, I don't... Oh my gosh. Emissaries, they're really easy the first time. They get more and more dull to do the more times you have to do them in a day. So I cap myself. I do my emissary on one character. There we go. And then after that point, I just don't. So we're done with that one. I'm just gonna let them kill me here. I'll get out of there. Sacrifice myself to the Fist of Fury. Good evening. I didn't know to begin. There was a YouTuber named Hazelnutty before I made the name Hazelnut on my monk on Chamber of Aspects. Been asked a couple of times if I was you. Well, hopefully nicely. Whenever people ask me if I'm me, they're always pretty chill about it. Although I don't respond to in-game whispers anymore. I used to, but I had a couple people that would actually follow me around after that and like harass my guildies, and it got a little bit much. So unfortunately, if you do whisper me in game, I'm not gonna reply. But it is still a very nice thought. Hey Hazel, hey Zachary. And Corzo, you've got your Brawler's invite from a Mythic +2? Okay. Silver Love, you finally broke down and bought Sid the Squid. Well, at least you have him now. I'm very happy that you have him. That's the important thing. He's so good for so many fights. Particularly Vinu near Shellian's Terrace, that world quest where you, with the beer elemental. Oh, so good to just bubble and do damage. So we're gonna get out here. Do that one next. I have on this particular dude, I have 2 sets of talents, 2 rows unlocked. So it's really only the 3rd row. Obviously Overgrowth is really important, so I'm not going to be able to do any serious arena until Overgrowth. And Druid of the Claw is nice. Thorns is really, really good. So anywhere that you would take Druid of the Claw, if you're brave, you can take Thorns. So I'm not too upset about not having Druid of the Claw, but right now in the very melee heavy meta, not so much Demon Hunters because Demon Hunters got hot fixed, but with Prot Warriors, apparently, are gross. And then Death Knights, Frost Death Knights. Oh, they hurt. They hurt so bad. I really like having Druid of the Claw just in case. Like the last thing if people do swap you, you really want to have every tool available to you to not instantly die, especially if they get you out of form. And it is easier said than done to pre-shift every single stun that can be landed on you in this game. I'll tell you that much. Corrupted Remembrance from Paladin is so cool. Is that what that Ashburger skin was? Because I liked that. That looked really good. I've angered this wolf. I don't want it. I'm just a sea lion, just sea lioning away. Oh my god. I can't believe this is still in the game. Like they keep adding travel form glyphs for swim form to make you look like less of a derp. But they never take this one out. I bet you there's people that like it at this point. Like it's been in the game so long that they just can't let it go. But I would gladly use a travel form glyph if they didn't, if they weren't exclusive with the other travel form glyphs. I used the one that lets me, well, not in this character, but I used one that gives me the owl, glyph of the sentinel. It's a really nice flight form glyph. I remember watching your guides back in Mott for pet power leveling so I can do tournaments. Oh, the Celestial tournament, yeah. That's cool. That was a long time ago. I'm here. I made it. Hey, Aline. How are you doing? Shields rest. Okay. I will head there as soon as I finish these honor dailies. I want to make sure I don't miss too many days worth of these because I'd like to just get these honor talents finished, just so that when people do want me to queue on Horde, I'm not completely useless. Once I have my artifact knowledge maxed out, I'm pretty sure getting to like 34, 35 points will happen more or less on its own. And then gear is also going to just kind of follow once you start PvPing. So it's really just honor talents that are gimping me right now. Like the other two things obviously hurt, but they're not as bad. So I just want to get that. I just want to get it done, you know? I really miss VoD when I had a lot of druids. Like in Warlords, I played 3 different Alliance druids and a Horde druid. And while that seems excessive, that was really nice because I could, it was really nice because I could play with everybody. Like, if I wanted to push rating and play with my friends that were way better than me, I had a character that I push rating on, and I could play with them without ruining their MMR. And then I had another one where I would push rating on it and be really serious, but it was for pugging, so that if I did actually take it, it wasn't, like, my only high-rated druid. And then I had another one that was supposedly for anything, and it ended up being for just, like, pugging, you know, under 2200, but over 2k. And then I had a Horde druid, which was for playing with all my Horde friends. So I had all these different druids at different MMRs, so that I could play with different people without negatively affecting my own rating. And you can't do that anymore. You just can't. There's so much to do to get a PvP character ready to do arena that it's unreasonable to do it on more than 1, maybe 2 characters. So it means that it's harder to find games because people are less willing to play alts. They don't have alts to play with you. Like if previously you'd have high-rated players that, you know, they play the high-rated tunes, but, you know, they also have friends that are, you know, scrubs like me. And they were still able to play because I need 1 more dude. Shit, I'm not even balance spec'd. They'd still play because they'd have an alt for that. It's a lot harder for them to do now. It's sad. I think it's probably too late to make Legion alt friendly. I understand that they're trying with oh, why did I say I want to leave? I understand that they're trying with this new, hang on, where are we going? Where are we going? PvP quests. The Murloc thing is gone. There's a tower over there, and then there's a tower down there. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're trying with the whole artifact knowledge catch-up mechanic, but for PvP specifically, there's just too much to do, and I don't think it's going to get any better because honor talents is something that I do not think they will ever make a catch-up mechanic for. The closest thing they could do is make earning your first set of honor talents, like you're up to the first prestige, a lot faster. But they're never going to add any kind of thing where you complete it once and it's faster on other characters, because their whole thing is like, if you learn to PvP on one character, that doesn't mean you know how to PvP in a different class. Where am I going? Is my whistle off cooldown? It is. So they're not going to fix the honor talent grind. They might fix the gear grind, but gear's not even really the limiting factor in PvP right now. And then they're trying to work on the AP grind, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough to actually be able to play alts, especially if they're going to unlock 54 traits. I need to catch up on chat. Let me see here. Wesley says, hey Hazel, I'm a new sub, loving the content, keep it up, thank you. Skaterbun says, hi, I'm Hazel, that's a filthy line, you know it. Hey Ellipse, how have you been? Martin and Matthias, are you gonna get the Nintendo Switch? So, on one hand, I've gotten like every new Nintendo console for a long time, it's like a habit. And on the other hand, it doesn't have any games that I'm gonna play, and also we're trying to save up for a house here, so any place that you can save a couple $100 you don't really need to spend, probably a good idea. So probably not on launch. I know my husband's gonna want to play the Zelda game on launch, and right now he's kind of torn between getting it for the Wii U, which we already have, but it might not be an optimal version of the game, or just getting it with the Switch, and then he's gonna apparently need the Pro Controller for it, which is apparently a new Pro Controller, which is it's just like a lot of money. And I don't know. I'm definitely going to want it when they eventually come out with an Animal Crossing game. I'm not a huge fan of Animal Crossing, but I played New Leaf a lot, and I thought New Leaf was really cute and charming, and I liked it a lot. And I played it a couple times. Well, you don't finish it, but I played it for a long time. And I've never played an Animal Crossing game on a home console system where you could actually play it on your TV, and that thought always really appealed to me. So when they get a brand new, not a port, but a brand new, full-fledged Animal Crossing game for the Nintendo Switch, assuming that I have the income available to get that without ruining myself, I would like to. That and like a brand new Pokemon game. I don't know if I would do it for the Sun and Moon port that they were talking about, but for, if they did a brand new Pokemon game on the Switch, which is hard to say if they would, because they've, in the past, kept the Pokemon games to 3DS systems, but the Nintendo Switch is kind of portable. I don't know. But certainly not for Zelda. Hi Hazel, hi Lily. And Beer Cake, what's up? Made it in time, you did. Your main WoD with a DK. Prot Warriors are really good, actually. You can tank plus 15 without too much trouble. Prot Warriors are very good. They got buffed, I don't want to say too much because I like all my Prot Warrior friends, but they did get buffed quite a bit, and they're a problem in PvP right now. Almost any comp that uses an Arms Warrior, you can stick a Prot Warrior in it, and they become 10 times harder to kill. They do just as much damage, and they have just as much utility. Like, there's no real reason to take an Arms Warrior over a Prot Warrior, at least at lower ratings. I'm not familiar enough with, like, the inner workings of the class to completely confirm that, but I saw a lot of Prot Warriors in specs, in comps that used to use Arms Warriors, and they seemed to work real good. They were almost impossible to beat. So, maybe they don't need PvE nerfs, but they could definitely use a look in PvP. I don't think tank specs should ever be more viable in Arena than the DPS spec in that class. I think it's okay for them to be viable as a counter comp. So if like all you're queuing into is one thing and switching out your Ret Paladin for a Prot Paladin and counter specifically that one thing but is overall not that great, then I think that's okay. It's okay for them to be viable at that point, but when it's just overall better in every situation, it's too much. And tank specs are kind of anti-fun in PvP. Watching this at 12 a.m. Goodness, that's quite late. 1 a.m. here. My kids found stickers, so my living room is covered. Thanks for asking. These damn kids. Hey man, stickers are good stuff. The price I pay for tuning into the live stream. You captured an unborn Valkyrie today. Feels good, man. Nice. Oh man, I found out yesterday that my husband doesn't have one randomly. Like he asked me how to beat Lillidan, because he was doing World Quest and he just needed... What's wrong with my... Oh, it didn't switch over to my... What happened to my balance artifact? Do I not have a balance artifact in this character? I don't think I do. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, no, he was doing World Quest in High Mountain and he wanted to know how to beat Lillidan. I'm like, okay, well, just pull out your Valkyrie. And he's like, I don't have one. I'm like, what? Why? He's like, I don't know, I never got one. So, I'm like, we got him through it. He had RP walk. He had a bone spider that worked real good, but you know, I thought that was funny that it just never came up, that he somehow just never got a Valkyrie. You can chill for 2 hours every Friday. I really like our Friday chill time. It's really nice to just sort of sit down with my tea and just do something really low pressure like this. Like if I just fell off the mountain, I mean, you'd probably judge me a little bit, but nobody's gonna kick me out of my group, you know? Nobody's gonna, like, you know, trash talk me to the point where I want to go away. And I'm not saying that the other things I do in WoW are that high pressure, but it's just really nice to have absolutely, like, zero expectations for what I'm doing, and I can just kind of hang out and have fun and chat. And, where on earth are the people in my group? You guys aren't even here yet. You guys are jumping the gun on joining this group, man. I can't kill things on my own. I'm item level 810. Speak to Gertie. Oh, you know why? It's because I'm in the wrong group. I'm getting credit for a world quest that I wasn't trying to do. Oh no! It put me in the wrong one. Okay. Munitions testing. Well, that's why. I don't actually need that quest, so I'm just gonna leave that group and we're gonna get into that one. Here we go. Greetings from Berlin, Germany. Hello! You are super fabulous. You are Hazel. Well, alright. If you'd really like to be, then that's fine. You had a horrible week. Oh no, you got sick and broke your iPhones. You're glad you could relax and drop your stream tonight. Oh, that sucks. Well, maybe, I mean, obviously it's a lot of money, but hopefully you can replace it with like a newer version of the phone. Like if you wanted another iPhone, maybe you can get a newer one. Or if you were switching, you can get like a cool new Pixel or something. And I mean, that's always exciting, even if it does suck that you broke it. But it happens, I guess. Ooh, that's awful. I am kind of amazed that I've never broken a phone in my lifetime, because I drop them all the time. I'm really terrible for that. I used to have back when I lived in Canada, I was working retail, I had a Samsung Galaxy S2. They weren't brand new at the time. The S3s were just coming out, but they were not old. This is a while ago. And it was like a plastic backed phone, and it had a really, really tough screen. I guess it was like bendy. You could just bend this phone, but because it was bendy, it didn't really break. And it would constantly fall out of my pockets because, you know, women pants, they like didn't have front pockets, so I'd have to stick it in my back pocket, which is, by the way, terrible place to keep your phone, especially if you're traveling. It is extremely easy to pickpocket somebody's phone out of their back pocket, so be aware of that. But I had to keep it in my back pocket, and of course, anytime I bent over, which was a lot because I had a lot of lifting in that job, it would just like fall out. So that phone probably hit the floor twice a day for years, and remarkably, was never damaged. Didn't get scratched, didn't get shattered. Worked great until the day I decided to replace it. It didn't do a whole lot, mind you. I didn't do any smartphone stuff with it. It wasn't terribly powerful, so I pretty much just texted. But man, it could text. And of course, at the time I was coming from I think it might have been an LG Reamer. It was like one of the keyboard flip-out phones, and I was like, oh man, this thing's got a big screen. You type on the screen. What is this magic? Speaking more clearly than Raid Night, kudos to you. Man, you're not one to talk. Having a house is worth it. We purchased a few years, saved the money. Yeah. It sounds like it's going to be both really hard and really worth it. There's a lot of things right now that because I'm in a rental property, it's just really nice that some things aren't my problem. Like, it snowed really heavily recently, and I look out the window, and there's people that work for the property just shoveling the sidewalks, and I'm like, yes, go you, thank you. I'm really glad that is not my problem right now. And of course, if I have my own place, it's gonna be me out there shoveling my sidewalk, but, you know, I don't imagine myself getting a very big house. How big can my sidewalk be? I'll just, like, get a little mini snowplow, and I'll attach my dog to it, and he can just pull it along the sidewalk. He's a snow dog. He likes snow. It'll be fine. And you know what the other thing I want, which is really silly and immature and makes it sound like I don't deserve to own a house yet, but so I'm in an apartment, right? And I'm not on the bottom floor, so there's downstairs neighbors, and it's been like that for a long time. And I try and always, we have carpets, so it's not like a lot of sound gets through, but I try and be very conscious of not like stomping around or dropping things or whatever. So I can't play Just Dance, and I used to love playing Just Dance for exercise because if you like really get into it and you really go out and they've got like some good bopping jams, you can get a lot of cardio exercise while being very silly and making your cat very concerned playing Just Dance. And I used to like doing that every day because it would get my heart rate up. It would wake me up in the morning, and it would, like, if I was getting really bored and stuffy at work and I was like falling asleep at my desk, I could just get up and like go bust out some really terrible moves. And then I would be awake and, you know, blood running again. And I can't do that anymore because it's very hard to dance without moving your feet. And downstairs lady is a little on the cranky side. So I try not to bother her. But when I have my own floor with nobody downstairs, you can bet I'm going to crank up some dance. I'm going to try and, like, I haven't tried too hard because obviously I can't dance with somebody downstairs. But I'm going to find a K-pop version. I might have to ship it from China. I might not understand the menus. That's okay. I just want K-pop Just Dance. How fun would that be? Man, I need it. It'd be so much fun. That and things like, you know, decorating, having a garden, having a place for my dog to go outside. Not worrying about who's on the other side. Not being able to hear their music. Person who lives and has their room on the other side of the wall behind me. Not very often, so it's not a big deal, but like once every 3 weeks for like an hour on a Saturday afternoon, we'll just blast like Nickelback and 3 Days Grace and Seether. And I'm like, dude, you're me from 2009. Like, I appreciate that you're expressing yourself, but I can hear the literal lyrics to that song. But it's not usually a big deal. Nintendo Switch is something I feel really disappointed. Yeah, their launch lineup's disappointing, but that's not really new for Nintendo. Friday the 13th. I'm trying very hard to not do anything that'll jinx me on Friday the 13th, so I'm not really going outside much. Although I did have really scary dreams last night, so I'm just trying to be extra cautious about like invaders, or actually the scary thing, which doesn't sound so scary when I say it out loud, like in the daylight, but the thing I was really scared of when I woke up from my dream last night was I was like in a barn, because why not? And like the door to the barn, on the other side of the door to the barn, the path that was leading down towards the door was kind of like on a hill. It was on an incline. And you could kind of see out to the entrance between the wood of the barn wall. And it wasn't a very thick or sturdy barn either. And I'm hanging out in there with some other people that were just like dream characters, nobody I know in real life. And like we're just talking. And then somebody knocks on the door, like a really loud, like scary knock, like bam, bam, bam. And then the person I'm with is go, yo, who's there? And the voice goes, oh yeah, it's your buddy Steven. Steven, I brought over the beer. But I have this really terrible sinking feeling that it's not Steven. He doesn't have beer. And I like kind of peer through the cracks in the wood, and it's like this big sumo-looking dude. He's not wearing a shirt. He's got like straw pants. It's a very strange dream. And his face is like painted black. Not like blackface, but like he's got mud all over his face. And he's like angled up the hill. And he's like a big dude, so he could just like fall over and bust right through that door. And I don't know exactly what he's threatening to do because it's a dream, it doesn't make any sense. But I have a feeling it's nothing good. Like that dude's gonna come in here and wreck our shit. And my guy's like, oh hey, Steven's here, we should let him in. I'm like, don't let him in. And for whatever reason, I can't explain why. I can't tell him that there is a muddy-faced sumo wrestler that's about to come in and like ruin us. But all I can say is don't let him in. And I woke up before anything else happened. Like that was the whole thing. But I woke up and I was like real scared that guy was like gonna come in my apartment. And then I realized it was Friday the 13th, and I just hope that I'm not haunted by a crazy muddy-faced sumo wrestler. So that was that. Your nursing school, you're not always up to date and stuff. Is there still no flying at 110? There is, correct. They're adding it in 7.2. So yeah, not this patch, next patch. It is going to be a long time before the next patch because we have to go through all of Nighthold first. Nighthold's not even out yet. We have an entire raid tier. You're probably looking at more than like half a year or more before flying. So not yet. Let's see. Tech is now judging you like a pally. Tech is judging me? Like he's watching the stream, or just because I was talking about Prot Warriors now they're too good? I'm catching up on chat from like a while ago. I try not to miss anything, so I just slowly scroll through, but it does mean I get very behind in chat, especially when I talk about my dreams. Thanks for the Barrel of Fun add-on, saved my eyes really. Yes. I also noticed that the problem I was having with the barrel thing, like the add-on that I have, is that it actually is a mouse over macro add-on, so you need to mouse over the barrels in order to mark the new ones. So that's why some of them weren't getting marked, is because I wasn't actually correctly mousing over them. Evening Hazel, do you have all the pets from the Timeless Isle? Death Adder Hatchling is so hard to get. I think I do. Let me check. Timeless Isle. Timeless Isle. I do not. Wow, these are the new ones. Those are the new Mop Time Walking ones, so those aren't available yet. And everything else, it looks like I do have Death Adder Hatchling drops from the Python. Yeah. I didn't farm a lot of them. A lot of them I was lucky enough to get from... the auction house. I just kept an eye on things and then bought them whenever they showed up and were affordable. You're logging on now just to mock him. If he's on, he's not. Never mind. Okay. Boosting keys during 5 hours watching a stream is so relaxing, and greetings from France. Hello! Boosting keys for 5 hours. Oh my gosh, why are you doing that? Are you farming gear, like artifact power for your weapon, or... There's gotta be a good reason. I know people farm the Mythic Plus, and I did it early in Legion, but I just can't make myself do it anymore. I can't do it. Okay, so I just need to kill a couple more players. Where are all the barrels when you need them? There was like the explosive barrels. I'll just kill this guy. It's kind of hard for me to solo mobs with my terrible item level, my item level 8. You got the same headset as you for Christmas? Yes! I got my husband one, actually. I am obsessed with this headset. I've used a couple different headsets over the years. I've tried even more, like whenever I see somebody else with a different headset, sometimes I ask if I can try it on. And this is by far my favorite. It's really comfortable, it's got amazing sound, they're not too expensive, and the mic is really good too. I don't use the mic, of course, but my husband does, and he sounds wonderful. For new phones, cool. You got a new phone from them. Your battery lasts super long. 20 hours after charge, still 83%. That's nice. I actually get a really long battery life out of my iPhone 7. iPhone 7. A lot of people were saying they had battery issues with these, but whatever they have, I clearly don't, because I only have to charge mine every like 3rd day. And I play Pokemon Go. I'm gonna die. Whoops! I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my phone. And like 83% of my battery usage, I looked it up, was Pokemon Go. So if I didn't play Pokemon Go, my phone would last forever. But having said that, I don't do a lot on my phone. I Snapchat a lot. I'm constantly sending my friends really dumb Snapchats. And then sometimes I look on Twitter, but for the most part, because I mostly work from home and stay home, I have like my computer handy, and I usually have my tablet handy as well, so there's not a whole lot I need my phone for. Just Dance those days. Use DDR as part of your diet plan? Nice, make some Just Dance streams. You know, when I have a place with my own floor, we will look into some Just Dance streams. But I promise you, I'm warning you, it's not gonna be sexy. It's not gonna be super seductive, you know, hot Hazel dancing on stream. It's gonna look weird. I look weird. I'm very uncoordinated. I have limbs flying everywhere. I'm awkwardly bony, and it doesn't do anything for anybody. But it's a lot of fun. Dancing is fun. I think everybody should dance. Homeownership comes with its perks, but every time I try to call the landlord to fix things, my phone rings. So there's that, yeah. I am kind of excited about the prospect of having a crack at fixing things. Like, obviously, if it's something that's dangerous, like something electrical or, you know, deep plumbing, I'm probably going to call a professional if there's a problem. But if it's something that I think I could probably fix myself with, like, a couple of hours of YouTube tutorials and some hard work, then I would like to try to fix it first before I go paying somebody a bunch of money. And of course, when you have a landlord, you don't really get to do that. They don't want you messing with the stuff. They want you to just call them, they send the maintenance guy out whenever, and they'll fix it for you. And I feel like I really like trying to learn how to do stuff off YouTube and just the internet and Googling. It's really fun to learn new skills like that, and I think they might be fun for like basic home repair. Nothing scary. Oh my god, hi Hazel, hey Mr. Slyhog, how you doing? Blasting Nickelback should be grounds for eviction. Yeah, I try and be understanding. Your husband started making you watch Serenity. The jump scares the first few episodes are no fun for me. Oh, I'm with you. I cannot stand jump scares in anything. I have to, if I'm watching something that has jump scares in it, I have to bring with me another activity so that I can, whenever it gets tense and I know that they're prepping for one, I'll just like pick up my 3DS or like my book or my cat or something and just do something else. He blasts Screamo sometimes. The guy in the apartment beside you just blasts dubstep back. It's a wonderful relationship. I was thinking, when you turned up the Nickelback, I was thinking of doing the passive-aggressive thing. Why am I in my Garrison? Did I press that button? Whoops. I was thinking of doing the passive-aggressive thing and just, like, turning up the K-pop. But I'm a grown-up. Also, it's never for very long, so I don't want to really escalate things if I don't have to. Hazel, you giving out B-Tag? No. No, I do not. You once blasted necrophages so loud you broke a window. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Reading comments from 10 minutes ago. I don't like to miss them. I don't want to like skip past things that people said and miss them. Flabby, hello friend. Hey Flabby. Hazel, what item level are you right now? It really depends on what character you're talking about. If you're looking at my Rescue Druid, who is now wearing my classic Warlord's Transmog, I'm very happy about that. She's like 880. Let me take a look. I'm logging in just so I can check on my item level for you. I'm probably going to get on my priest and try and farm up that Brawler's Guild invitation. 886, because I have the world's best luck on this particular character with PvP gear. It just gives me stuff that I need that's just really high item level. And I've gotten really good relics as well, so my weapon's at 906. I have just 890s and 895s and 880s in like a lot of slots. My worst stuff is a couple 875s. I don't have anything below 875. Just because I'm really lucky. Like, my rating's not even that good. I'm rated at, like, what I'm at now? Like, 1900? Not that good. But I just get real lucky. And then my priest is less than that because, honestly, I don't want to roll on gear and raid because I haven't figured out my stat priority. Like, I've looked at How to Priest, and the problem is they have different stat priorities for all these different setups. And you have different setups for every fight, and I'm not gonna make 4 sets of gear. I'm just not. So I need to figure out which spec is the most viable for all of the fights. Like, what's the best compromise, and then what stats do I need for that? And then I'll be suboptimal sometimes. I'll be better other times, and I'll just be good enough, and I'll get through the raid, and I won't like tank us. But I don't have it in me to put together the different gear sets and like carry around the different food and the 2 different types of pots, and I can't do it. Yeah, so this one is 881. As the main prod, I'm happy. Hazel, so glad to be home again for your stream. Hey Sarah. How are you doing? Well Met says hello. Hello. You totes told her to buy the HyperX. You're welcome, Hazel. Did you? It was a long time ago. I've had this was for my birthday, not last year, but the year previous, this headset. It's in surprisingly good shape for that. It's a little bit worn on the pads, but it actually came with an extra set of them. So I haven't had to use that yet. You're farming artifact power. I gotcha. I'm gonna try and catch up before I go do anything else, so I'm actually caught up in chat. I did your tutorial for OBS and the sound quality of your mic is horrible on there. Do you know anything about that? It might be too loud. If your microphone is maxed in OBS, it will sound really, really bad. So you need to make sure that your mic is always, like, just try turning it down a little bit and then record and then see if that's any better. Also, make sure that it's using the correct microphone. It's not like grabbing webcam mic or something dumb like that. Those are the 2 suggestions I would have for you, Rachel. I love that you love Battle Pets so much. We already know you look weird. Thank you. Where is Flat? Sometimes he's around. Sometimes he's not. He comes and goes. Hey, Nins. Gonna have to miss the rest of the stream because you have to leave. Aw, that's okay. There's gonna be a VoD up tomorrow. I wish I could get my item level up, but I'm not too good at WoW. I mean, that's alright. The nice thing about Legion is that no matter what you're doing, you can always just get disgustingly lucky and get a really nice piece of gear. It's not limited to being good at WoW. And if there's a part of WoW that you want to be better at, you just keep doing it and look up some guides and practice, and I believe in you. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. I used to think that I couldn't PvP, and I still can't. But I try, and I try all the time, and I try really hard, and every time I try, I get better. So more YouTubers should play gnomes. Seriously, why does everybody in the world like to just poop on gnomes? They're so cute, and they have extra haste rating, and haste rating is optimal for my spec. It's not just because they're cute. You bought mine and told you about it, the headset. Okay, I believe you. Hi from Peru. Hi from Germany. Hello. Cholador? I have no idea how to say that, but I'll try. And have a nice day, 20. What's up? You will try that. Thanks. Good. Yeah. I eventually want to do like an audio guide, both talking about microphones and then talking about how I actually process my audio with Audacity. But the problem is, those tech guides, one, they're like really boring to make because I'm talking about like just tech stuff that's not interesting. And secondly, they're a much smaller audience than my general WoW stuff. Hang on, Brawler's Guild invite. So I know I need to go to Shield's Rest. Where is Shield's Rest and what do I do there? It sounds like it's in Stormine. Brawler's Guild invites Shield Rest Farm. Somebody on the internet tell me. Blood-soaked invitation. Has a high chance to draw from Vrykul in Shield's Rest. Okay, where? Shield's Rest. How do I get to Shield's Rest? It's a flight point. Okay. Am I dumb? I'm probably dumb. Where is Shield's Rest? Yes. Do I really need to look up a whole video for this? Just show me on a map. Oh, this thing. Oh, okay. I can do that. I had a moment there. Okay. I've been meaning to come to one of your streams, your first one. Thanks. You can get it with your guildies and try boosting some keystones. If you have guildies, that is. Oh, for item level, yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I used to be the world's worst frost mage, now I'm the worst, but with legendary gloves. Oh man, that's actually really funny. First time watching your stream. Hey, Van George. One day make some videos on The Sims 4 and stuff. You should do it. There's no good reason not to. Making videos on YouTube is free as long as you're not like buying a bunch of new hardware. That's one thing I always caution people about. Like whenever you're getting into something like YouTube or streaming or any other hobby really, you don't want to like buy all of the stuff before you've started. It can be hard to start without the stuff, don't get me wrong. But the last thing you want to do is you go and you spend $100 on a mic and $100 on a camera and you get a capture card and you get this and that and then you start playing and you just realize you don't like it. Because there's a lot of reasons why you might not like it that are not immediately apparent. Or like, you know, you get into yoga and you go and you buy yourself a bunch of pants. You get the stretchy pants, you get the yoga mat, and then you go to yoga and you realize, you know, this is not for me. I don't bend, and these people are too nice, or like whatever. Like you don't want to buy the stuff before you've done the thing. You want to try and do the thing with no stuff. And then once you realize that you've actually liked it, you want to stick with it. You have a better idea of what things that you need and which ones to get. So you're not just like suckered into buying the most expensive version of whatever it is, the thing that you need. And you appreciate having the thing more because you know about having to do the hobby without the thing. So always try new hobbies, get in new stuff, give anything a try. You can look up how to do anything on YouTube, but don't spend a bunch of money on it until you're sure that you like it. I call it the don't buy the yoga mat policy. I do it all the time. And the reason I had to come up with that was, well, not come up with it, but practice it, is because I used to be really bad for that. I get very excited and obsessed kind of with the concept of a new thing to do. I will go from one thing to another thing to another thing, and I'll get just absolutely invested and super obsessed, and I drop everything else, and I get super into that one thing, and I'm convinced that that is the thing I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And I'll do it for like a month or two, and then I'll just move on to the next thing. And I would spend a lot of money like that because I would be investing in these new hobbies and then leaving them behind. So if I don't invest, if I continue to let myself, I still engage in new hobbies, but I don't let myself spend money on them until it's been long enough that I know it's worthwhile. Because otherwise I just spend too much money. Used to be a good prot warrior, now you just ignore pain through everything and let the healer heal. Man, I haven't even seen a prot warrior that needs healing yet. You got your Brawler skill invitation, your boyfriend wants you to sell it? From the sounds of it, they drop pretty easily. But we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. The island on the north side of the map, thank you. Up in the right corner, goddammit, Hazel, yeah. Last boss in Nelth. Okay, she's the worst. I'm doing my best, okay? Hey, all, how's it going? Hey, Batty Rambo, what's on your mug? I collect mugs. This one is, it's just like some leaves. These are mugs that my husband had before we met that were like a gift from an aunt or something. Like, I've never met the relative that gave this to us. But I like them because they're quite small. And if I'm drinking an herbal tea over a long period of time at my desk, I like small mugs because it cools, like I pour a little bit and I drink it while it's still hot and then I pour more. Whereas if I have a big cup of tea, it's gonna get cold before I'm done drinking it. First time here, loving it. Hey, Morris. Morris Freak Maggot. That's quite the name. If the mic thing works, I'm totally going to. I don't think I'm ready to use a face cam. Just got a gaming computer, so it's a nice time. Yeah, nobody needs to start with a face cam. You'll notice that even on my videos, I don't use face cam for 95% of my videos. I try and only use it when it's relevant. Like for a vlog, it makes more sense. For streaming, I like it because this is a more social thing, but if I'm just talking about ways to make gold in the WoW, there's no reason why anybody needs to be looking at my face. Happened to me with Basket. $40 to the trash can. Basket. What's Basket? New chicks and gay guys play healers. Man, you remember healing Kata? I miss healing Kata. I sometimes wish that I could go back in time to Kata, because that was when I was like really playing WoW. I started playing in Wrath, but Wrath was my noob phase. Everybody has one. You start playing WoW, you don't know what's going on. And, these guys are elites, so that's fine. You start playing WoW, you don't know what's going on, and you're just sort of figuring out what everything is. Because WoW has like this huge knowledge base that a lot of us don't acknowledge, because you forget about it once you know everything. But it takes a while to get into it, because for a while you're just like, what language are these people speaking? What are all these acronyms? Where do I go to get this quest done? How come I can't craft this thing that I need to wear? Like, there's just all sorts of questions that come naturally to somebody that's been playing this game for 10 years that are complete mysteries if you're new. So everybody has like that noob phase where you're just acquiring that base level of knowledge. So I want to go back to Kata. So like after I learned how to play WoW, but before I actually started like doing anything. And a lot of people would like to say that they'd like to go back in time and play WoW less, but I would actually like to go back in time and play WoW more. Obviously, like, not neglecting school or anything, but if I had PvP'd in Kata, like I did, but if I had continued to PvP in Kata, and I'd put more time into it, and I'd kept PvPing through MOD, and beginning of WoD, because I didn't PvP in WoD till Season 2, I would be so much better right now. I would have, like, an extra 3 years of practice, and I wouldn't be struggling my butt off at 1900. Because I would have like learned, like the things that are holding me back in PvP right now are skills that are just gonna take time. And that's okay, and it's gonna take time, and I'm gonna put that time in, but like it almost feels like I missed the heyday of WoW PvP. Like it feels like it's a little on the dead side now. It's not dead, but it's not healthy. And I feel like if I just played and tried my best to be really good in MoP, I could have had such a good time. I also would have liked to have started my YouTube channel a little bit earlier. I did start my YouTube channel, I think, in MoP, but I feel like I could have started a little earlier and been a little bit more ahead of the game. But the as Troy Internet quotes that you see on like a wallpaper with a tree on it say, the best time to play in a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is right now. So I do my best with every day I have. Basketball, goddamn, I miss some stuff. Play healer, I'm not gay, I don't think so anyway, except that one time. Yeah, man, it's like, you do whatever you want, and it doesn't need labels unless you need it to have labels. You love drinking out of big cozy mugs, but you agree herbal teas? Use the cute little cups so you can drink them before they're cold. Yeah, don't get me wrong, big, giant mugs have their place. I drink out of a huge mug every morning because breakfast tea. I have my 1 cup of breakfast tea, but I get around that 1 cup by making it a huge cup. It's like a real big cup of English breakfast tea. And I'll have that every morning. And sometimes it gets cold, but I'll just like microwave the bottom of it, or I don't always finish it. But yeah, big cup for breakfast tea. I used to use a really big, huge mug for... hot chocolate. But in more recent years, I can't drink that much hot chocolate. I get like a third of the way through it, and I'm like, man, I have had enough sugar. I'm about to fall into a diabetic coma. This isn't good. So I can't do huge hot chocolates anymore, but I still like small ones. But yeah, big cup for the breakfast tea. And then like smaller to medium cups. Sometimes, like the medium cups I usually use for like a chai tea. Like if I have a sweetened chai tea with like a little bit of milk, I like that like a medium cup because I don't want like a huge amount of it, but I usually want to make more than like a little bit. Shamans on DW basketball. I have lost track of what you're talking about, Daniel. I missed something. You never believe you'd say this, but I miss WoD Rester Druid. Me too, dude. Me too. Although, I only miss it because I was, well, not good, but I was good in WoD. I had practiced, I had made it up to a reasonable rating, and I was doing well, and I took too long of a break and I got rusty. So now I'm frustrated because I'm not playing as well as I know I'm capable of. So I don't know if my problem is with Legion Rester Druid or with me. Like, the Legion Rester Druid plays pretty good, don't get me wrong. I miss my Genesis and I miss my NS, but I've been having some really good success playing Nourish spec, where you take Abundance and then you take Nourish, and you just throw out a bunch of rejuves, and then you can spam out really quick healing touches and heal for a lot. Like, it's enough throughput. And I feel like my abilities to avoid and put out CC are fine. Everybody else is the problem. It's all the other DPS classes that can just... like, I think CC is okay. I think it's damage. I think you just need to... And they're working on it. They're looking on it. I think Legion PvP is actually really close to being fun. Like, Demon Hunters are out of control, but they fixed them. They put out a hotfix that took a lot of their abilities down by roughly 10%, and they're okay now. They still do damage, they can still win, but you have to actually play them properly as opposed to just going, Demon Hunter, blur. So Demon Hunters, they're in a good spot. And I think they just need to look through what else is doing unfair damage. It's okay for a class to do strong damage, but there needs to be a trade-off. Like, if you're gonna sit there and cast ridiculous damage, you need to be either less mobile or less survivable, or the damage needs to be stoppable in some way. There has to be counterplay, otherwise it's just unfair. So they just need to look at the classes that are too strong relative to the amount of counterplay there is, and then adjust that. And then we're going to be in a pretty good place. We have a spot where they've added some more abilities, like to warriors in particular. They've given them duel, they've given them disarm. They've given them a lot of abilities that aren't necessarily big Mongo blow-up damage, but are designed to kind of counter that big Mongo blow-up damage. And a lot of other classes got stuff like that as well, so you're in a position where people can actually, like, sure, there's big burst, and it's a very fast-paced game. I think it's a faster-paced game than they originally wanted, but I would rather have shorter games, like 5 minutes, than 10, 15-minute games. Ugh. So I think we're really close to it being good. They just need to tune the numbers a little bit. They could probably do a flat 5% buff to all healers and be fine. I don't think buffing healer output by an extra 5% would do a whole lot, but it's fine. It's okay. I really want to experiment more with different talents, though, because I see, and I kind of had this problem with Warlords too, but I watch different Druid streams, and I see everybody using different setups, and I think it has a lot to do with comp and what you're running. Legion is also very, very comp dependent. Some comps will just pretty much always beat other comps. Like you can have like a 2400 team of X, and the queue puts them against 1800 of a different comp that just counters them, and they'll just lose because sometimes it's just that significant. You missed Blackrock Foundry or Gorger. That was an alright fight. I missed Blackrock Foundry, Blast Furnace. I know everybody hated Blast Furnace, but Blast Furnace was my jam, man. Probably because I was Shadow Priest, and I was just real good. I was real OP at Blast Furnace. I was able to just kind of skip mechanics and just sit back and just go dot 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 dot. And then with Auspicious Spirits, because that was right around when they had buffed the Auspicious Spirits and made it worthwhile, you would just have ghosts going everywhere, and then you would be getting, because that was back with Shadow Orbs, you'd just be filling up in Shadow Orbs, so you would just be spamming out Mind Blast, because I think they were instant, they consumed Shadow Orbs. I feel like that's how that worked. So you would just be just shooting out just disgusting amounts of damage while your ghosts go everywhere. It was great. Love Blast Furnace. You quit for 6 years, you've had 2 new faces. The game does change really rapidly. You would try to, as you call it, Skyrim hop up mountains, fight things that were way too high level. Ah, that's trouble. We were walking around Elwyn Forest, he was yelling at me not to go to Duskwood, you stepped over the river and you died instantly. I feel like that's a rite of passage. That's happened to a lot of people. That and then the Murlocs in Elwyn Forest are another thing that really nails a lot of people. Your PvP heyday was vanilla. No, man, your PvP heyday was Warlords. Don't you remember queuing a Death Knight with me? We played Death Knight Druid. It was remarkable. Hazel, when are we getting married? I'm already married. I already got one husband. I don't need another one. I don't use many add-ons. What add-on do you use for portrait? Casting bar. Okay, so on this character, and I only use it on this one because I only use it for rating, but this up here is shadowed unit frames. It's nice for customizing unit frames for rating. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think anybody really needs it. If you just wanted a better portrait, then there's add-ons that just do that. My cast bar, though, that is Gnosis. 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 Excellent cast bar add-on. That one I will definitely recommend. Fourth time you get lost in what I'm saying. That's true. I'm having a hard time keeping up with it. Where are all the Vicryl? And also, why don't I have my invitation yet? What's up with that? I heard that it was, I heard that these invitations dropped freely. Am I doing this wrong? Should I be farming in a different place on Shield's Rest, or is it just any Vicryl out here? I just want to go fight people with the Brawler's Guild. That's a cliff. Let's not do that. How is the DK class at the moment? I can't really speak for raids, but I will say that in PvP, Frost Death Knights are doing almost unhealable damage, extraordinarily strong damage, and they also have quite a few utility tools as well. Unholy DKs are catching up. People are saying Unholy DKs are quite good in some situations and are doing pretty well. So yeah, DK's real good in PvP. Can't talk about raids, although I think they're pretty good in raids too. I can't do all these things. I instantly regret this. I'm leaving. They're elites. I can take on one at a time. I need to fight them outside. I can't do all of them. That was really dumb. My sister got me a blue mug with a print of fairy lights on it. It says gather happiness. And then your boyfriend got your Pusheen mug. Pink 99-cent mug from Ikea. All in 1 week. You haven't used one yet. Now there's quite a few new mugs. I recently got, I ordered some stuff from the Stash Tea website because they sell some loose leaf teas that I wanted. And they had mugs on sale in like a winter sale. So I got like these lotus mugs. They've got, they look like really good generic kitchenware, but they've got like these nice little lotus flowers on them. They're a good size. And I just really wanted a matching pair of mugs. Like I have a lot of mugs, but they're all individual mugs. So whenever like I'm making tea for myself and husband, I just wanted us to have matching mugs. I wanted to be able to be like, here's mine and here's yours, and they look the same, you know? I don't know why that was so important to me, but it was. BF plays a Frost Death Knight, and he's OP. Aspirate's always on top of the recount. He's at least 15% higher than me or whoever's in second. Yeah, I think they're in a really good spot right now. I probably should have healed up before I fought this guy. That would have been real smart of me. I'll be okay. Shadowman's OP. We'll be fine. Ah! I don't want to get flurried of steel. That's bad. Frost is alive again? Like DH Druid, that comp is ridiculous? Yes. I fought a lot of double DH H-Palace that I was running into, and then I was hearing, I didn't queue into it because I wasn't up at that MMR, but I was hearing from a lot of people that triple Demon Hunter was farming people at like 2200 on Alliance the other, or not Alliance, maybe Alliance, on NA the other day. Triple Demon Hunter at like 2200, just like winning. Like it apparently was just impossible, like to even win the 2v2. Like after you get a cross kill, it was just like if they're good. Obviously now that the hotfix has gone in, I think that's less viable. I don't think they're gonna be able to get away with that triple Demon Hunter anymore at that rating. But for sure, double Demon Hunter is seeing a lot of use. I won against all the double Demon Hunters that I played last night, but I was playing Rot Comp, so I was playing with the Shadow Priest. I was playing Shadow Priest Rep for a little bit, and then I played Shadow Priest Warlock, and we beat them on both comps. And I think it's because they weren't playing very well. They were putting all of their kicks into the Shadow Priest. I could just like clone whoever, and hard cast my healing touch spam to heal through their damage. And then all you have to do is just really respect the Metamorphosis. They do disgusting damage in Metamorphosis, and they can stun you at pretty much any moment. And they don't do that bad damage in between. So all you have to do is you see Metamorphosis, you just press the buttons. You gotta get something. If they're hitting your Shadow Priest, you call for instant disperse, and then you keep an eye on them and see if you need to bark them after. You just give Metamorphosis as many cooldowns as it needs. Just sacrifice them to the Metamorphosis gods, and you might be okay. Hazel's off that you finally made a horde character. Yeah, there's too many people that play in a horde that I want to play with for me to not. I really wish they would make alt. Whoa, I just saw a much bigger tentacle than I was used to. I really wish they would make alt friendliness a bit better in PvP so that it was easier for me to maintain 2 druids like that, so I can play with my horde friends. But yeah, I'd really like to play some more. And the other, it's nice having 2 druids because if you tank on one, you know that you didn't tank on the other one. Like, you're only risking 1 druid's rating at a time. And as long as one of them is, like, kind of not serious, then you can get away with just queuing whatever. Because you really do need to queue whatever for practice. There's so few people in LFG and on the ladder right now that if you want to play every day, you're going to have to pick up some randoms, and they're not all going to be very good, and they're not all going to play well with you. Maybe it's a bad comp, maybe you don't communicate well, something goes wrong, and you're going to have to try it anyways because it's the only way to find people. So it's nice having extra druids so that you can do that and you can pug and not worry so much about your rating. You played Warrior, Druid, and Wrath. 15 minutes was a short game. That was an exhausting comp to play. I was kind of feeling that way with, like, at the end of late last night, I was playing Shadow Priest Affliction Lock, and maybe I was playing it too passively. I played it a lot like LSD. I just sat way far in the back so that if anybody wanted to get to me, they had to walk through my DPS to get to me. I sat way far in the back, and I just healed like a raid healer. And if anybody pushed into me, I would, like, stun, vortex, clone them. But they were good games. We won a lot. We pushed a good bit of rating, but they were long games. I think that was what I was looking for. Blood-soaked invitation. They're bind on pickup. You can't sell those anymore. So that solves your problem of needing to sell it. Gain access to the Brawlers Guild for all characters on your account. Excellent. $1,500 DK Druid. It's better than vanilla GM TIL. Yeah. LVY has a portrait option now. That's good. Thank you for the link on Gnosis. Man, I fell behind again. You got it literally in the first mob. You're just unlucky. Yeah, that took me a little bit, but that's okay. Let's head back to Stormwind. This tea, this one, so good. Holy butts, is it delicious. This is an Asian pear Dragonwell tea. It's from Stash. I paid, I think, $7, maybe $8 for a 100-gram bag, which is like a good-sized bag of tea. It's really good. It's like a really gentle green tea with like a pretty strong Asian pear flavor. It does have a little bit of flavoring in it, so it's not as good for the second steep. There are not actual pear chunks in it, but it's just really nice. What did you send me? You sent me a carefully wrapped cupcake. Oh, you must have sent me that after raid last night. Thanks, Gitterbun. And then I have like augment runes for my druid and apparently some champion equipment. Every now and then I go to loot the champion equipment in my class hall that I've like put work orders in for, and it's just and it won't give, like, it gives them to me, but it won't tell me, or maybe it just doesn't load them and they end up in the postmaster's box every time. You haven't played Legion at all. How long will I need to level up a weapon to a decent level? A while. There are catch-up mechanics now, but if you have not been playing Legion from the start, it's going to be some time. You are going to be behind. You're going to have a hard time finding groups for a bit. So if you're okay with playing the game solo for a while you catch up, Legion is a great expansion for PvE. The rating is excellent. The dungeon content is really good. Mythic Plus is really fun. And then, of course, there's lots of things to do, like the Brawler's Guild and time walking, and pets are in a good state. PvP is a hot mess, but if you're into it, you'll be fine. But yeah, it takes a while to catch up. You can now farm your way up to Artifact Knowledge 15 if you're a brand new character. So instead of having to wait for those to happen, you can just get them as soon as you can get the order resources together. So it's doable, but it's tough. You should farm yours too. You can come help kill things if you want. Help kill things. That must be an old message. You must be talking about farming up the invitation, because I'm good. I got mine. 3 months to catch up? No, I don't think you would need 3 months to catch up. So you would get to 15 theoretically within like a week because you would be farming the resources to actually buy the things, and you would get to 15. And then you need another 10 levels after that, and they take, what, 4 days? So, no, not 3 months. You would need about 1 month if we're being generous. Somebody that's really motivated that has no life to play all the time could probably do it in like 3 weeks. But like, maybe even 2.5 weeks, but like a month. No, my math is wrong. Is it 5 days for an artifact power work order? Yeah, not more than 3 weeks, less than 4 months. Your mom banned you from buying any more mugs until I set a shelf up in my bedroom. Yeah. Mugs are an addiction. Matching mugs, you understand? Thank you. Frost DK during VoD dealt a lot of damage in arenas as well, but it was really healable. Now it's not. Yeah. The right class can heal through it. Like right now, Mistweaver monks are healing really well. And because their big limitation is mana, it's very easy to a Mistweaver monk, but because games are so short right now, they're just ending before their So Mistweavers have the throughput. I believe that a Resto Druid who has teammates that can peel, so as long as people aren't sitting on the Resto Druid, a Resto Druid can heal through that damage if you take that Nourish spec, which gives you Abundance and Nourish. I think that's possible. It may not be possible at higher ratings. It may stop working after like 2100. I don't know. I'll have to try. But I actually haven't looked up these new fights, so I should catch up in chat. I should take a look at probably the Wowhead guide to find out how to do it and take a look. What are you farming? Oh, I was farming the Brawler's Guild invitation, but we're good now. Do you play Hearthstone? A little bit. I play Hearthstone in the morning sometimes. Not so much now that I have to do Artifact Power dailies as my PvP character, but I do like Hearthstone. Artifact abilities, as you see, are really annoying. Yeah. Oh, Black Market Auctionist. I see. Do not drink Kratom tea. I've never heard of that. She's way behind, lol. Sorry. Yeah, I do get behind on chat, but I do read everyone. I feel like it's more important to read everyone than to be up to date, you know? DPS do you normally use the Shadow Priest? I cannot answer that until I've had another week or two with it. I didn't read my logs last night, and I haven't really been looking at my damage since the patch. Also, I've been spending all of my time since the patch on my Resto Druid, so I have no idea. Making me want to play WoW, but you have no clue what to do. You just gotta like pick one thing and ignore everything else. Just pick one thing to do or work on, like maybe like you wanna get more pets in your collection, or you wanna get your item level up, or you wanna like do all of the Mythic Plus dungeons up to like a 5 or a 10. Or, you know, you decide you want to get to 1503s or like whatever. You just pick a thing, and then you work on the thing, and you just forget about all the other things. It's the only way to do it. WoW is so overwhelming when you try and do everything. Hi Hazel, nice shirt. Freak. Hey Fez, you like it? I love this shirt. This is the Honest shirt that I literally had a browser bookmark that I would check every day because it sold out. It sold out like pretty much as soon as they released these. They released Anna and they released the shirts. The shirts like instantly sold out. And I checked every day for months and months to find them back in stock. And the day they came back in stock, they like immediately sold out again, but I got one. And it fits, and I love it. And I actually don't think it's a very flattering color on me, but I don't care. I love Anna too much. Our logs from Heroic Emerald Nightmare Heroic TV. Don't show people my logs. I did so bad. Oh man. Completely sold me on the Asian Pear Dragon Ball tea, but Stash doesn't deliver to New Zealand. Oh. Oh, that's upsetting. It's so good. I bet you could find a blend similar to that does. You'll have to look through your local tea vendors. A monk healer as a DK was not good news for you back then. No. Used to be obsessed with pets. I swear I'd be coming to your channel daily. She's my main. You would. Oh, Anna's your main? I tried making Anna my main, but I have really bad aim. I am getting better, but I'm all about that Mercy life because you don't need to aim as Mercy. Mercy is my comfort food Overwatch hero. Like, if I log on to Overwatch and I want to play seriously, I'll usually play, like, some Ana or some Zenyatta, or maybe, like, you know, some Reinhardt, depending on what we need, or a Lucio. But if I'm logged on Overwatch and I just had, like, a stressful day in WoW and I just want to, like, play, I just, like, close my eyes and I pick the Mercy and I turn off all the chat and I just, like, click on people, watch the gold beam, and it's, like, my comfort food hero. And I got my invite farming Vrykul on Shield's Rest, so you just go to Stormheim. You go to Stormheim, you go up to here, and then you just kill elite mobs one by one outside. You don't need to go in the cave, and eventually it does drop. It doesn't take very long. Can't decide between monk or priest. You love healing and having DPS off spec. You PvP and PvE got both at 110. I would say if you're gonna do any PvP healing, go Monk. If you're more into the damage side of things, probably go Monk. Shadow Priest is really fun. I mean, it's good in PvE and PvP, but the healing priests are less so. But it's whichever one you like better. Maybe I'll hop on and learn about the Brawlers Guild with you. Okay, so I'm going to learn about the Brawlers Guild. I'm pulling up the new guide. Brawlers Guild 715. Let's see a nice WoWhead guide here. I'll find out what my first boss is. We're going to find out what to do. And just kind of get a first look at it. Because I don't know anything about this. I haven't read any guides yet. So, new fights. Brawlers Guild, Rumble fights. A new battle pet, challenge card, bosses. So do I need to go get the challenge cards? Or like, can I just... Like, what happens if I just go, sign me up for a fight? I don't know what he's going to sign me up against. I also don't know what position I am in line. I'm in the back of the line, okay. But I have to stay around because there could be rumble fights. There's something crazy going on over here. Isn't there like a spectators thing? I swear somebody told me that Lore, like the CM, was streaming in the spectator chair thing. So you could actually like spectate the fights and he was casting them. I thought that was really funny. There's shirt for Soldier 76? Yes, there are shirts. There's shirts for almost every Overwatch hero, I'm pretty sure. For both genders too, and some of them are different cuts, which is nice. Good evening. Hello, Newfie. Brawling with Hazel? Yes. Evening, everyone. Hello. Shami heals at the moment. Pretty good for PvP. Rest of Shamans are doing pretty good. They're a little bit vulnerable to the cleave teams, but if you have good teammates that can peel for you, you'll be fine. They do lots of healing right now. Need to make a drawing about that. Somebody just threw something at my foot. Nobody's in here. My cat is asleep, like, back there. Kinda, you can see kind of in between my mic and my pop filter. My cat's sleeping back there. She definitely didn't do it. That's very strange. The control module in the corner. Oh, hey. Okay. Can I do it while I'm cute? Control module in the corner. It's so dark in here. Not that corner. This corner. Oh, yeah. All right. So I can see our hero, Battle Lord Gearwolf, going up against Meatball. He's trying very valiantly there. I think, is he trying to avoid the bubbles because he's not doing a very good job? Maybe he's trying to pick up the bubbles. It looks like he's trying to actually step on the bubbles, which must be what you need to do. He's only down to 20% health. He does not have very much health left. It looks like Meatball is absolutely ruining Battle Lord Gearwolf. He's parrying. He's got Avatar up. Are these cooldowns going to be enough to make it through the rest of the fight? Meatball's got 23% health left. He's going to berserk in 1 minute. There's not enough time. He's emitting strange energy. Magic energies when hit. He must have eaten something really strange. Oh my gosh, he's popped. Is Gearwolf going to do it? He's got no health. He's got half his health. What happened? Congratulations to Gearwolf. You pulled off the impossible. I don't understand. Hazel, why Alliance? Because we must never forget the crimes that the Horde have done against our people. No, I've always liked Alliance. I do have a Horde druid. I play both. I try not to get too nationalist about either side, but I like Alliance. Like to say that shirt's a nice color for you. Meant to type that before, but had a brain fart. Yeah, it depends on the lighting. It's okay. It's like a gray oatmeal, which is it's very lighting dependent. Sometimes it looks nice, and sometimes it just makes me look like I died. But it's got on it, so I'll look like a dead lady. That's okay. Are you on Twitch too? I used to be. I do not stream on Twitch anymore. I cannot handle streaming to two different platforms, and I like streaming on YouTube a lot. It works real good for me. Also, yeah, so just YouTube. But I wanted to, do you guys notice, does the stream look any better this week than it normally did? I'm trying to look at the stream myself, but because I'm actually uploading the stream, I'm probably not going to get the full quality version of it. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, does it look better? Because I turned it up. I turned my bandwidth up. Like after I did the OBS guide, I looked at my streaming settings. I'm like, I can turn these up. I've got this stuff. So I have higher bitrate and I have higher frame rate. I am streaming, supposedly, in theory, at 1080p, 60 FPS, and I want to know if it looks better than it did last week. 10 of 10 commentating. She did an office tour one day. Yes. I have an office tour on my list as, like, when I come up to a week and I just can't think of a video to do on that day, I'm saving the office tour for that day. Like, when I just can't come up with a video, I will make an office tour, I promise. Stop giving me ideas of you on the Brawler skill, 10 of 10 commentating. In which Hazel doesn't understand how Fury works. I mean, true. Yeah. Playing Vanilla WoW in Elysium, unfortunately the level grind was extremely slow. That is the #1 complaint about Vanilla WoW, is that it's real slow. Fair enough, be nationalist for the Horde. Should do esports commentary. Unfortunately, I'm much less good at commentating Arena. I tried once. I made a skirmish video where I tried casting, but it's hard. It took me a long time to make it. I kept having to edit and like go back and be like, no, that's cringy, that's wrong. In this section, I stutter for 25 seconds. Like, it's hard. It's a lot harder than it looks. But if I could somehow get good at esports casting, I think it'd be really fun to be a caster. But I would rather be a player. I would rather be good at playing and go, you know, kill the people. That sounds like way more fun, you know? Damn, look at that guy. Look at him go. He's almost dead, right? Like, you're gonna get him. Yeah, he's got 2.1% health. Get him. He died. Salarus, no. Oh my god, he was so close. I wasn't even paying attention for 90% of the fight, and that hurt. That hurt me in my heart. Also, I have no idea what fight it signed me up for. You'd think it would say. You'd think it would say. She did it. It was interesting. Stop hating on my life skater. At least I tried. Trying and being terrible at it is like 110% better than not trying because I'm worried about being terrible at it. I would much rather have given it a shot, you know? Sure had a great time, guys. Horde Shaman done with honor talents? Oh, your Horde Shaman's done with honor talents. Nice. So you have 3 Shamans that are fully honor talented then, huh? Are you just gonna like cry when they implement the 54 traits or what? What a turn of events. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, we're gonna pay attention. We got Raid tier, huh? A Grasping Hand, and who's the actual boss here? Oh, I unclicked it. Who's the boss? We got, who's even fighting? I can't see. All right, we have Runic. He's down to 63%. There's too much going on. I think he's mostly fighting the tier. I think these things are his pets. He's probably an unholy DK. Time Berserk. Oh yeah, he probably was too slow. Still trying to get an invite to Brawlers? Yeah. Try that Shields Rest farming if you're not already. It worked quite well for me, and apparently I was unlucky, so. You read the bad in that? I just said it was interesting. You're the negative Nancy. You had the ... though. Like, whenever you say something on the internet and you say it, and then you get like, there's a word for that form of punctuation. I don't remember what the word is, but it's like, and my dad does this. Whenever my dad texts me, he does this, and it drives me crazy because it sounds like he's just super disappointed in everything. He'll go like, "Hi Hazel, ... It was nice to see you, ... Try and call sometime, ... I'm like, thanks, Dad. Appreciate that. It always adds that tone of like disappointed expectancy. What on earth is going on with this fight? Oh, you know what I probably need to do? I probably need to buy challenge cards. You can proceed through 8 ranks, 4 bosses each level. Supplemented cards can be purchased. Others are unlocked after completing a short optional quest line. The latter category bosses reward a special shirt. I see. So I could probably, like, I'll still see what I'm 4th in line. So at some point, I'm actually gonna fight whatever it is it decides it wants me to fight because I just queued up. I didn't use a challenge card or anything. But after that, we'll look at the challenge card vendor and see what those are like. All right. Oh no, I'm 4th in line. I can watch 3 more fights. All right, we have classy brawl enthusiast who is streaking. That's funny. That's actually really cute. Ellipsis. Shut up, pass. First fight for you is against a bear. Okay, so it's not like starting over again then. Aw, man. Master Paku. Master Paku versus Farseer Wildmark. Oh, and you can bet on these too. That's really crazy. Okay. Is it over? Let's see what happens. Did it happen already? I feel like I missed it. You get to rank 8 the first day. Gosh, I missed PG. Your father types the same way, you know the feeling, yeah. Like, I don't think he's trying to convey that tone. It's just the way he types it. Oh my gosh, it's off. Okay, so we have Sushi Madness, who is a member of More Dots. You can see him pop a potion and just, like, wipe his face there. He appears to be attacking a giant beach shark named Razor Grin. This looks massively unfair, considering the shark does not have the advantage of any water, and appears to be slowly asphyxiating to death on the stone floor of the Brawlers Guild. We're witnessing an outrageous act of animal cruelty, but Sushi Madness appears to be down to 37% as the flopping beach shark does shocking amounts of damage. You'll notice that Sushi Madness always stands at the tooth end, of the shark. This may be because he's trying to prove his manliness, or perhaps it is because, as his name indicates, he is attempting to carve some pieces of the shark off for use in sushi, but is doing it from the tooth end, which is unfortunately still alive. So Sushi Met is back up to 72%, while Razor Grain is down to 57%. Nothing else appears to be happening, as Sushi Madness appears to have really mastered the technique of circling the flopping beach shark while carving off his little pieces of nigiri. So, you know, we've got 1 minute left until Berserk. He's got 1 minute to get through the second half of this fight, but he's going for it. He's popping his cool dance. He's got Battle Cry yet. He has not popped Avatar yet, but he's going ahead and A-wing a little bit. I don't know if, I'm sure Meat Cleaver must be part of his single target rotation. Looks like it is. He is just cleaving away at the shark, which is just really spinning like a clock. This is a shockingly uninteresting fight to watch. And it looks like unless he really slows down on damage, he is going to be able to complete this fight before the Enrage. I really wish it shows us, yeah, Berserk timer in 31 seconds, so he's going to have no problem. Berserk in 30 seconds now, but that shark is at 14%. It's almost dead. It is almost completely carved up. Hopefully he shares his sushi with the entire room, because gosh darn it, I'm kind of hungry. Yeah, there goes the Avatar. And he parried, the shark parried. The flopping beach shark parried his attack. Oh my god. Oh man. Switched over to the YouTube game version of the stream. Way nicer than the main YouTube thing if you're using chat. Okay. I didn't know that there were actually two versions of the stream. That's good to know. Waka Waka of Doom, that's metal. The his name is Sushi Man. Learn hard encounters here like Dark Souls with the wait between attempts. Yeah. Similarly to Dark Souls, there are luckily places you can go to look up the fight if you're into that kind of thing. I know some people don't like being spoiled. Sharking brutality. Fairy Ward deals no damage. Oh, we now have Blood Champion. How do I say that? Fengjibush. Not even close. Fengjibush. It's like a weird combination of Nordic and Chinese. Fengshu Bush. We're calling him Fengshu Bush. That's his name now. He is just beating up Dippy, the adorable penguin. I'm kind of rooting for Dippy here. I mean, just look at his adorable little face. He's just sliding all around. He's just trying to have a good time. I mean, it snowed. He's just slipping around, getting absolutely wrecked by this Blood Champion Fengshu Bush, who has not really decided a nationality for his name. Look at the poor penguin. He's just trying to live his penguin life, man. Mm. His Wrecking Ball doesn't make sense. He cleaves without it. Yeah, I don't know anything about warriors. I don't really know much about classes that aren't mine, to be honest. Sleepy Dippy. I love Dippy. Sorry, Fengshu Bush. Oh my god, he lost. He lost to Dippy. Go Penguin. Okay. Am I soon? I gotta be soon. My position line is 1. Should I, like, leave the thing? Is it gonna put me in? Also, I bet you that's the guy that you can actually, like, bet on. Alright. Here we go. I'm rank 1. I'm up. I didn't change my spec at all, by the way. I'm against a bear. I don't have any idea what this bear does. He's fighting a dude. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna do damage. Shotgun roar. Okay. That appears to be melee because I'm fine right now. Alright, so we're gonna stun him, and then we're gonna power infuse, void bolt, void torrent. Shotgun roar. I should be out of range. Yeah, it looks like it's a frontal cone attack, so that's fine. And then we get some Shadow Word Deaths in, a couple void bolts, and I am not my something like plates. Okay. Did I not do this before the Brawler skill came in? Because that was like a rank 1 fight. Alright. So now that I've started with the bear, and I received a Brawler's Purse, which contained 105 gold and a curious spike trap, so vendor trash. Rank 1. Rank 1 Hazel. You saw it here first, folks. Fengshu Bush. That was close. What if do you just stream on Fridays? Yes, only Fridays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. That is it. Dippy of Doom. This must be a metal cover. There's a dwarf in his belly. Oh, okay. Oh, so eats his dwarven master. Cast shotgun roar out of the mouth. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Let me look at these things. Dippy, betrayer. There's got to be a like Wowhead used to have a really good guide that just went through all the fights. I'm just looking at the wrong part of this page. I bet you anything. I should just queue up for another one. I'm gonna have to get through all those anyways. I want to see what I'm saving up for on the gold. So I have like 105 gold. If I save up VIP rental room, you can rent a VIP room. That's really funny. Rumble cards. The Rumble cards are for the Rumble fights. Blood-soaked angels. Those are probably for starting the quest lines that let you do certain card fights. And then over here we have the Quartermaster. You sell the Basilisk. So that requires rank 8, but does not require Brawler's gold, oddly enough. Just regular old gold if we can get to rank 8, so we can try and do that. We only have 40 minutes left, so I don't know how many fights we're actually going to be able to do. It seems like quite a long line. And then this lady will give me the Oso the Betrayer. Okay. If I wanted to fight that guy, is he hard? Oh no, that's the fight I just did, huh? So she'll let me fight the people I've already done. Okay, gotcha. So if we just fought Oso, then next one is what? Grandpa Grumpleflute? Is that correct? I mean, I guess I'll queue up and find out. Sign me up for a fight. Good. Yes. Back of the line. West Coast time zone. West Coast time zone. It is currently 4:20 on my in my time. Whatever time you see in my WoW is my local time. I keep that set to local time. You can get an idea of the fact that it's Canadian time zone. Canada has so many time zones. Canada spans so far. Like, there's like, what, 4 or 5 hours difference in different ends of Canada? No, I'm West Coast. West Coast. Also, I'm not in Canada anymore. Unrelated. I am Canadian. I'm from Canada, but I live in Oregon right now. Congratulations on an excellent stream, as well as enjoyable and informative videos. Do you have a Patreon account? Yes, I do have a Patreon account. The way that works is I do Battle Pet giveaways every month. So if you have an active WoW account, unfortunately I can only give away pets to North Americans, but the $5 a month tier and above gets you a entry into that drawing. I give away battle pets depending on how many people are entered, so there's always at least a 1 in 10 chance or better to win. We have Gearwolf is back. Gearwolf is back for round 2. And oh, he's fighting Max Mega Blast and some other dude. He got really big. Gearwolf is huge. But yeah, battle pet giveaway at $5. And then I think at 25 there's actually like the personal drawing tier. Those are limited, but I think there's a couple spots open right now. Where I draw you a picture of your choice, like your character or your favorite battle pet or whatever, like a new one every month at that tier. So those are like the main ones. How do you check where you are in the line? So this buff up here, if you mouse over that, it'll tell you. My position in line is 7. I believe there's a threshold over which it just says you're in the back of the line. But yeah, mouse over the buff for sure. 7:21 p.m. Makes sense now? New York life, yeah. Sometimes people, I feel like it's crazy how huge America and Canada are relative to European countries. I feel like that's gonna weird me out a lot if I ever visit Europe. Just because, you know, like Canadian provinces and American states are the size of a lot of European countries, so like it's not a big deal for me to just drive to Washington, and to them I guess it might not be a big deal to just drive to France, but I mean to me that just sounds crazy. I mean, it's France. I've never been. I've never been to Europe. Never ever been. I've not left my little continent. I would like to one day, but it's expensive, and also I'm really scared. Traveling frightens me. You're in Portland. The snow was extreme. I am also near Portland. I'm not like in Portland, but I'm in the general vicinity. I'm not too far from it. And yeah, nuts snow. I have been having the hardest time walking my dog because it hasn't warmed up. Typically around here it'll snow and I'll be like, ooh, pretty, and then like the whole city shuts down. But the next day it warms up and rains and it's all gone. And this week it hasn't happened like that. It snowed and it's freaking freezing outside and the snow is just staying there, so sidewalks are really bad around where I'm at, and I'm trying to walk my dog and I'm just like hobbling along in my boots trying my hardest not to fall down and break any fingers. Portland, Oregon. I've actually heard from quite a few people that hang out in my stream and watch my videos that are from Portland. Okay, so this is the monk thing. I'm gonna watch this time. We have Far Seeker Vildemark back for round 2 against Master Paku. It looks like he is running through a maze. He's picking up orbs. Master Paku. Oh, so this is Pac-Man. I gotcha. This is absolutely 100% Pac-Man. Did he take damage from that? Yeah, so it looks like when you run through the dudes, you take damage. All of a sudden, they're swirling, and you're probably just trying to pick up the orbs before the fight's over, yeah? Oh, no. Vildemark! Vildemark, you tried! Vildemark, no! There's actually not too many people in line. Like, we get to... It takes a while in between different fights, but I don't really mind, because I actually really like watching other people do it. And, you know, maybe eventually there will be a Rumble fight that comes along. Yeah. And I can talk to you guys. I'm sure if I was just sitting here by myself, I would be pretty bored, but... I got my tea, I got my pals, we're having a good time. We got about half an hour, 36 minutes left of the stream. I'd like to be able, ideally, oh man, it's Tops. It's Tops. Tops killed his last opponent, but Salarus is back for revenge. This is round 2, he's trying again. He's wraith walking over to the butt of the dinosaur who's caught in Dino Daze. He just needs to do more damage than the health of that dinosaur before the Berserk in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Surely he can make that happen. He's got his cooldowns popped. He is... What is he doing? I can't target him. There we go. He's got 7 seconds left of Pillar of Frost. He has successfully avoided the charge. Tops has been dino dashing again. He's getting out of the way. And head back over there. Just hit him with all of those swords. He's got so many swords. Where did he get those from? Is that cheating? No. 7 seconds left in Dino Days. Stun, taking the increased damage. Just go, Salar, let's go. Got him down to 47%. Surely he can do this. He must have forgotten his pop at school dance last time. He must have like left his swords at home. He is making such good progress with a whole minute and 8 seconds left. You gotta get over there. You gotta get over there. Don't eat the charge, but you gotta go do damage to him. You gotta get up in his butt. Oh man, this actually looks like a Dark Souls fight. You just like dodge the attack and then you just go punch him in the butt and then you get out of the way before he attacks again. That is super Dark Souls. Hey kitty, come here. Kitty. Look at the Dino Dash. Look at that Dino Dash go. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up Grandpa Grumple Flute because it appears that is my next fight. Grandpa Grumple Flute. DPS him down. He'll throw a doll. Don't touch the red dolls. Touch the blue ones. After 40% health, he takes off his backpack. It's a speed buff. Don't touch white dolls. They hop towards you. Great. Use your cooldowns as soon as he takes the backpack off, or the white dolls will try and kill you. Get him down before the dolls are too much trouble. Gotcha. Run into the blue dolls. Do not run into red or white dolls. When we were fighting Grandpa Grumple Flute. Sounds good. If you visit Spain, I can always be a free guide. Good to know. That's so crazy to me. Like, I rationally know that people watch my videos and other WoW videos, and people play WoW from all over the world. But like, when I actually think that I'm just sitting here chatting from someone in, you know, Spain or France or Germany or New Zealand, that's crazy. That's insane. Some of you are up very late at night. The max derailed. It derailed this morning? Was it dangerous? Were people on it? That's so nuts. You want to get back into collecting pets, but you think most of the ones you can get are drop chances, and ugh, I feel ya. I used to actually really like farming the drop chance pets because it's gambling. Like, you gamble the 30 seconds it takes you to get the mob, and you're just like pressing that slot machine lever waiting for it to give you your pet. I used to farm whelps forever. Oh, look at him go, look at him go. We have, this is, Runic fighting Ray D tier again. He lost last time. Why do people lose so much? I mean, these bosses must be harder. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna like throw a bunch of shade and then I go fight Ray D tier and he just like obliterates me. But I feel like I could probably take on Grandpa Grumple Flute. You can actually put the entire European Union countries inside the USA. It is that small. USA is real big. It's huge. People like look at a map and they go, hey, Oregon is right north of California. Why don't you just pop down to why don't you just like drive down to BlizzCon real quick? Why don't you just pop down to Disneyland? It's just like one state over. It's real far. So far. I could drive home to Canada, I think, faster than I could drive to Southern California. I do drive home to Canada. Like, that's how I went home for Christmas when we drove. It was a long drive, but you can do it in a day. You're having a hard time getting the blind rat. The blind rat. How did we get the blind rat? I know I got him. I don't remember how. Dollar on sewers. Oh, is that the... No, that's the giant sewer rat I'm thinking of. I don't remember. This looks like a cool fight. I'm getting some real Hellfire Citadel flashbacks from that. Oh, that's probably because that is Hellfire Citadel. I see it. Ray D tier. You're fighting Hellfire Citadel, the raid tier. Texas is triple the size of Spain. Have you ever thought of being a WoW battle announcer? A battle announcer? Are they hiring WoW battle announcers? Why can't I hold on these words? Non-Wowhead blind rat guide. Non-Wowhead blind rat guide. I don't even remember the blind rat. I must have gotten it because I have it. Oh man. Sorry, Runic. Sushi madness feels bad. Check on it real quick. I am 4th in line. Okay, so they just spawn in the Dollar Run sewers. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to go down the Dollar Run sewers. You want to give the guard captain 5 gold so that you get a guard which stops people from PvPing you. And then you just want to wait around until it spawns and get there first. That appears to be the whole thing. I see them a couple times every time I'm down the sewers, so it shouldn't take you too long. You might not get a rare one right away, but you can always use an upgrade stone. You live in America though, but you can get to Spain every day you want. 2:26 a.m. in Greece. What are you doing up at 2:26 a.m.? The Rose District. It's after midnight here, doing your world quest and leveling all stuff. Sometimes I like catching up a world quest really late at night. It didn't tip, Max. Oh, that's good. Takes you 5 hours to get to a popular city in your state. That's rough. I don't know if I would ever leave the Pacific Northwest. I know housing is a lot cheaper in a lot other states, like Midwest states. It's a lot cheaper to like buy a house. But I can't imagine being that far from everything. And you wouldn't think it would be that bad. Like, I live my life on the internet. All of my friends are online. My job is online. All of my hobbies are online. Everything I do is online. So theoretically, I could just get a good internet connection and live wherever, and it'd be fine. But I feel like I would get so bored. I love walking my dog and like hiking with my dog. Places with like hills and trees and rocks and lakes and stuff. And from the sounds of it, that's pretty specific to the Northwest. Like, nice hiking is apparently not found everywhere, and I would really miss that if I left. Murdering all the whelps and feralus right now, trying to get an emerald whelp beyond. Yeah, that's rough. It's so exciting when it happens, though. It like makes it all worth it. Brilliant victory, Sushi Madness. Good job. It makes it so worth it when it actually drops. Just derailed from ice, I believe. Yeah, that's not surprising. It's so cold out. It's not warming up. It's supposed to warm up soon, though. Let me check the weather forecast. Yeah, it's 27 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now, which is in Celsius that is -2. It's -2 outside, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Lows of like -7, -8 around here. Celsius, which is like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. It's gross. It's gonna warm up. It's gonna warm up Tuesday. It's gonna be cold throughout the weekend. It's gonna be cold on Monday, but it should warm up Tuesday, and then just start raining, and it should all be gone then. So we just gotta get through one more weekend of this. You do online school, and every college tour they do is Philly, like 5 hours away. Like, chill. That's gotta be such a boring drive. The guy in the sewer is Hazel, and thank you for responding. No problem. Blingtron 6000's daily quest drops legendaries. It can, yes. If you can find a Blingtron 6000 to talk to every day, I highly recommend it because it can drop legendaries. Feng Shu's going up against Dippy again. He's almost got him. He's almost got him. There's no way he can lose. There's no way he can mess us up now. Look at the Fist of Fury. Yeah! Good job. You feel like it's time to try for Mimron's head again, so you're an Eldor? Mount farming is one thing that I shockingly enough don't have patience for, which is weird because I love pet farming. But farming for a mount, I get so bored. I'm just like, oh, I have mounts already. I could just ride this one. This one's cool. Why do I need that one? Especially if they're low drops like that, or if I have to go like through a whole raid. Oh. And you'd think it would be the exact same appeal as farming a rare pet, but for whatever reason, pets do it for me, and mounts don't. Oregon to Canada's like 7+ hours as opposed to 15+ hours to San Diego. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's, I think 7 or 8 hours. It's longer because my family's on Vancouver Island, so we have to get to Vancouver and then take a ferry. And the ferry's got like an 1.5 to 2 hours wait usually, and then it's like a 2-hour ferry, or an 1.5 or like whatever. And then you actually have to drive like an hour from the ferry terminal to like wherever I'm going. So that adds like a long time to the journey. It's doable in one day, but it's better. Sometimes we spend the night in Seattle on our way up. Seattle's nice. You just moved from San Diego to Portland, but you grew up in Washington? Oh, I love Portland. If I have it my way, I'll never leave. I mean, I'd like to go back to Canada eventually, but if I move back to Canada with my husband, I'd want to move back to where I came from. I'd want to move back to Vancouver Island, and it is so expensive to live on the island. Like, especially the place. Like, I'd want to live like near Victoria, and it's too much money. Absolutely too much money. I can retire there when I'm old and rich if I ever get old and rich, but I like Portland a lot. And mostly I'd want to go home because of my family. Like, I miss my family a lot. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Grandpa Grumpleflute. Probably. Yes. All right. So we want to use, I can probably use stuns early. The white dolls are bad. The red dolls are bad. The blue dolls heal me. Is that blue or white? How am I supposed to tell? Okay, so we're just going to pop Fiend real early. I want to use supposedly my big burst later, so I'm gonna hold on to power infusion until the 3rd phase when he starts putting out the walking dolls. I don't know if I should be kicking that. I'm still void torrenting early because I don't see why not. Red doll's bad. Red doll's bad. Red doll's bad. Oh, don't knock me into the red doll. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, that didn't hurt yet though. So he's pretty low, so I can probably pop a potion. That's a potion of prolonged power. Cantata of flute. What the hell is that? Alright, oh no, oh no, oh no. Alright, so this is the burst phase. This is the burst phase. We need to just kite those because they move pretty far. I can pop another thingy. I can refresh my dots. I can get out of the way of that. He berserks in 1 minute, but he is in Shadow or Death range, so we can just... Yeah! There we go. Oh, I can't dance so much. I got a cat in my lap. Look at the kitty. Kitty. I've ever told you guys I really love cats. No. It's just the best one. Just the best cat. Oh, I've always wanted to visit Greece. It's lacking world quest lately, honestly. Yeah, I can do them on one character. And right now it has to be my druid because I need the artifact power for her weapon for PvP. So I gotta do it. Once I'm done with my druid, I'll move on to something else. What do you do for remote work? I'm a developer looking to move to remote work in the next few years. It's scary though. I'm actually a full-time YouTuber. I do YouTube full-time. That's what I do. It doesn't pay a lot, but it pays more than nothing. It pays enough that I can call myself employed and not just like hobbying at home. You're sitting next to a hunter named Hazel Grace in the Brawlers Guild. I can promise you that's not me. Although they have excellent taste in names. It's beautiful in Greece. I imagine there's a lot of probably really gorgeous places to go. I would love to travel one day, but it's not really high on my list of priorities. It costs a lot of money, and the other thing is, like with this because I do YouTube full time with this particular job, taking time off is really risky because there's no guarantee your audience is going to be there when you get back. Even like I took off like what, two weeks, maybe 3 weeks around Christmas time because I was just burnt out and I needed to regenerate a little bit. And that was probably real dumb of me, but luckily things are back in flow now. But I couldn't, like, if I just took off for 6 months to go travel around Asia and Europe, I'd have to get a new job when I came back. I'd have to find something else to do because, like, the internet moves on. You know, if you stop making content, people forget, and that's natural. Like, if somebody I was watching just disappeared for 6 months and came back, there's no guarantee that I would remember. Negative 44 degrees Celsius with wind chill in Winnipeg today. Yay. Oh, I'm sorry. At negative 44 degrees, I feel like you just stay inside. You just go, nope, not going out there. You stock up on groceries and you just hope for the best. That's terrible. At least I can go outside and walk my dog. I feel real bad when the conditions are too bad to walk my dog. Buddy needs his walk. In Colorado, it gets extremely cold as well. Coldest I've seen is negative 45. Yeah, I'm not really into the extreme cold. I don't mind a little snow, but not my favorite thing. Snow is very pretty, but at the end of the day, if you have property, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of shoveling. It's very dangerous on the roads, and here in Portland in particular, nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows how to drive in the snow. Nobody knows how to go to work in the snow. It snowed for like 2 inches, and the Portland subreddit started calling it Snow My God 2017. And the entire city just shuts down because, oh my god, it's 2 inches of snow. What do we do? And honestly, it's kind of legitimate because they don't have the infrastructure. Like in Canada, we would get feet of snow. But, you know, we have snow plows, and people are equipped to deal with it. Like, you know what to do. You have the equipment. Tuesday, you go back to work. Waking up at 5:40 a.m. is hard. Oh my god, that sucks. I try and get up around like 7, quarter after 7, so that I can get my dog walked and get like breakfast and showered and ready, so I'm like starting work at a reasonable time. And even that's hard. Sometimes I sleep until 8. I understand why she won't though. Yeah. But we've had a really mild winter in Scotland this year. Actually only had snow once. See, that's alright. Sometimes I get a little sad if you don't get any snow in a winter, because it's nice to see it like just the once. But you want to just like have it fall, take some nice pictures, the neighborhood children can run around and make snowmen, and then it's just gone. Just get it out of there. Take it away, rain it away, it's fine. Get me back to my cold dreariness so that I can just like put on my coat and walk my dog. Sound effects are absolutely disgusting. What? I must have missed something. You have 2 jobs. You're a teacher and an aircraft technician, and you never expected teaching to be so stressful when you first started. Teacher and an aircraft technician. I used to take family vacation from Port Angeles to Victoria. My husband and I visited Victoria on honeymoon, and oh my god, it was expensive. Yeah, Victoria, like, I'm from there. Very expensive. So beautiful, though. I miss it so much. I miss the people. I miss my friends there. I miss my family. I miss, like, the shops and stuff, and I don't miss it so bad because I'm here with my husband, and that's where I really want to be, is wherever he is. And Portland's real cool, and I've made new friends here, and I have lots of cool friends over the internet. So I don't get me wrong, I'm happy. I'm not like dying to go back, but man, like people every time I mention that I immigrated from Canada to the States, everybody goes, "Well, why? Why would you do that?" And there are things that are better here. For example, internet in Canada, crap. Pardon me, language. It's bad internet. It's expensive and it's slow. I used to pay like 4 times as much in Canada as I pay right now for internet that was a 10th of the quality, especially in regards to upload speed. It is extremely hard to get good upload speed in Canada. It costs a lot of money. Shaw was not good to me up there. Cell phones, cell phone data, extremely expensive, kind of spotty coverage. Like, you don't really hear of unlimited data plans, or at least back when I was up there you didn't. And you don't get nearly as much data for your money as you do down here in the States. So internet and cell service for sure. And there's some other things. It's kind of expensive to live up there. There's some products that you get here in the States that you don't get up there. Some things are like clothes and other just like retail goods tended to be more expensive at home. Like you wouldn't like, I know, and people used to go on vacation, like they would go down to the States, which was a fairly expensive trip just to do their clothes shopping because it was that much cheaper to buy decent clothes in the States. But that also depends a lot on the strength of the Canadian dollar. Your cousin lives in Sydney? Sydney, like on Vancouver Island, or Sydney, Australia? probably Sydney. I had family up in there growing up. There used to be a bakery in Sydney. I think it was called Lund's Bakery, and I used to go there a lot as a kid. And they have these like hollow chocolate figurines almost. And somebody must have bought some for me at some point because I remember eating them, and they were just delightful. And I don't know if it's there anymore. Let me look it up. Let me Google it. Sydney, BC. Is it still there? Lund's Bakery, Sydney, BC. Permanently closed! Oh. Well, that's depressing. Awesome, but YouTube full-time must be fun. There's some parts about doing YouTube full-time that I really like that I would probably miss a lot if I had to go back to a typical job. And there's some parts of it that are surprisingly difficult that you wouldn't think that would be hard, like, before you get into it. It's not like I've never done a proper job in my life. I worked retail, full-time retail for years. I did full-time sales. As a teenager, I worked in a gas station. I did night shifts. So I've done, like, real person, regular retail grindy jobs before. And in a lot of ways, this is easier because I can wear whatever I want and I don't have to answer to anybody, and I stay home with my cat, and I get to play WoW all day and make cool videos, and when I'm making a video that I'm interested in, it's actually really exciting. But on the other hand, I'm very isolated. Like, I see my husband every day because obviously he lives with me, but outside of that, I don't really see or talk to anybody except on the internet, and that face-to-face interaction with other human beings, you don't realize how valuable that is until you realize that you haven't talked to anybody in months. It's surprisingly hard. It's better for me now because I have a couple online friends that have similar schedules to me. Like they either do school, but they have they're done with class early or whatever, and they can just sort of hop on like Discord or whatever and have lunch with me, and that's really valuable. That's so important to me to be able to just like talk to somebody for a minute during the day, because otherwise I'm just sitting here talking to myself every day, all day, forever. And the isolation can really get to you, which is surprising, especially because I don't even like people. I'm quite shy. I am reasonably asocial, and I thought that I would love that. And I do like having my space, but harder than you would think. Used to make guitar videos like 4 to 5 years ago, but it was hard. You put out really great content. I love your tutorials and tips and everything, so thanks. Thanks for watching, Chelsea. H3 need to create more content. Papa Plus. We call it snowpocalypse here. Yeah, but where you live, you're actually having a snowpocalypse. Could I add you as a friend in Hearthstone? If not, that's fine. Oh, I don't actually give it battle tags, but certainly nothing personal. You have voodoo donuts there. What more could you want? Nah, what you want to get, if you ever come to Portland, Blue Star donuts. Those are the good donuts. Voodoo, don't get me wrong. Everybody has to do voodoo donuts once because it's an experience. You go in the building, it's like crazy. They've got weird memorabilia. They've got all these bizarre donuts you've never heard before, and they're pretty good donuts. I should look up my fight. Actually, I'm gonna be soon. My position line is 1. I don't know what I'm fighting. Hang on. I'm fighting Ulis, who is an aberration. He casts Horrific Pursuit you must run away from. Okay, that's fine. Stun, rares, snare, root. Alright. I can't root it or snare it, but I can stun it. Sorry, I'll finish my story after this if I remember what I was talking about. So it's mostly just Horrific Pursuit that I need to worry about. So once he does that, and once I've built up a void form. So there's Horrific Pursuit. We're gonna put a Shadow Bomb on him. He's stunned for 4 seconds. We are void torrenting. I should have bought some Brawler's Guild pots, but this is fine. I don't need him. Pop Power Infusion, and he's done. Okay, cool. Rank 1 bosses apparently pretty easy. So I was talking about butts. I forgot. Oh, Voodoo Donut. Yeah, donuts. Okay. So you should do, if you're a tourist to Portland, do Voodoo Donuts once, because then you can say you did. They're pretty good, and you had the experience. But after that, if you want an actual real good donut in Portland, you have to go to Blue Star Donuts. Blue Star Donuts. They have 2 locations. One of them's downtown. One of them's not downtown. I don't remember where. I'm sure you can look it up. And they have similarly like weird flavors. Like there's 2 that I really like. One is a blueberry bourbon basil donut. Blueberry bourbon basil. And then the other one is a crap. I'm gonna look it up. They're so good. They're just like I'm firmly convinced that they are better and just as Portland as Voodoo. And I think everybody should try one at least once if you're ever in the area. FAQs. Oh yeah, apparently they have them in Japan too. Interesting. Okay. I want to know what it's called. It's a raspberry. It's another R one. It's like a rosemary raspberry, and there's one other thing. And holy butts are delicious. Okay. I get the why did he move thing. My family moved from Australia to Scotland when I was 4. What's it like in Scotland? Do you like it there? Can you tell me anything about Scotland that would be I don't know anything about Scotland at all, and I'm interested to find out a little more. She was actually from Mexico but moved to Canada. She's a chef. That sounds exciting. Boyfriend's in England, you're in the US because you're still a ward of the state. You have to wait until you're 18 for you to visit. Yeah, traveling's rough like that. Oh, look at this guy fight the bear. Lodric. Go, Lodric. You can do it. You can do it. He's already 86. I believe in you, Lodric. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Yeah, no, he's got it. He is all over that. Distant relationships. Ah, I'm scrolleritis. Must be hard to handle. Oh, man. I have been there. Retail is brutal. You got to get a trademark for yourself. I would not want to go back to retail. I would do it if I had to prevent from, like, being homeless. But, oh my gosh, I hated retail. It wore me down. I was not the same person when I came out of retail that I was when I went into it. It took something from me that I will never get back. Would you like to visit England? I'd like to visit England too. I'd like to go to a lot of places. You've seen your old friend 3 times. It's sad. Lonely Hazel is lonely. You can always text me and be like, "Sup? You're normally around." That is true. You are normally on. Can I text you? No. I have social and generalized anxiety disorder. That's rough. I was trying to add you on Snapchat just now and I can't. Oh, that's weird. I don't usually add back on Snapchat just because the last time I did it, some lady sent me naked pictures. Like, literally, it was very strange. But anybody that wants to see my Snap stories, it's relatively public. It's, how do I see my Snapchat name? Hazelnutty8 is my Snapchat. Hazelnutty8. All lowercase, all one word. You were talking about donuts. Yes. Here in Colorado, we have Amy's Donuts. It's intense like voodoo. Your cat's so cute. I love that cat. I kind of wanted Blue Star Donut now. Maybe, no, we shouldn't get them this weekend. I always spend money when we go downtown, and I'm trying to save money. Although we've been trying to have brunch with a friend of ours ever since Christmas, and it just keeps being terrible weather. And I don't think I've ever been to brunch. People talk about brunching like it's a hobby. Like you just go to brunch and you have some mimosas and I don't know what else you do because I'm not very fancy and I've never been to brunch. And I want to go just to find out what it's all about. And it probably wouldn't be very fancy because we're just like gamer nerds. But brunch, man. I want to find out what's up. Do they serve you breakfast food? Do they serve you lunch food? Do you get caffeinated breakfast drinks like coffee and tea? Or do you just like drink? Or do you have juice or iced tea? Or like what's up? I've never been. I don't know. Your next fight is going to be stupid easy. Dot all the things in GG. Okay. Promise I won't send you nudes. I believe you. Oh no, it was weird. Like, cause I had a friend on Twitter with a name, and then somebody added me with a name that was so similar that I thought it was my friend from Twitter. So I was like, cool, I'll add you back, and I added her back. And I'm pretty sure it was like a porn bot account or just like some other kind of spam account. But I opened up the snap and I'm like, hey, it's a snap from Lindsay or like whatever. I don't remember what the name was. And I open it up and it's just like a full blown, full frontal, porn nude with like a really suggestive caption. I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm who you're looking for. I don't particularly want to buy what you're selling, but congratulations on the boobs. They're lovely. Nearest, you want some donuts right now, but the nearest Dunkin' Donuts is 15 minutes in the car. Yeah. So one thing from Canada I don't really miss is Tim Hortons donuts were never that good. I liked their Canadian maple donuts. Those are nice. But I was always more about the Tim Hortons bagels. Portland has definitely figured out how to make donuts. I can say that for sure. Now you're thinking about driving to Krispy Kreme and getting a hot dozen and eating them all and then hating myself, yet also loving myself. Just bring some into work next time you go in. People, oh, rough. People love people that share donuts. Is that Hazelnutty 8? Yes, that's it. I put real dumb stuff in my Snap story. If there's ever anything I want to snap about that's like in WoW, I just like take a picture of my screen like a pleb. Snack size mini donuts. Hey Zian. That is the one thing is a lot of places don't do snack size mini donuts. Like in Canada, you have Timbits. That's like a big deal. And I was never super into Timbits. So you said just dot all the things and run around because I can do that. All right. 3 dots. Kind of wish I had misery for that. Can you change talents? Oh boy. Can you change talents in this? All right, so we're gonna void form. They haven't really done a lot of damage to me yet. Is there a order I should be getting these guys in or what? I'm gonna, oh no, I can't drink that stun. I could disperse. I don't want to disperse. I want to pop power infusion. I want to refresh their dot durations. I'm kind of cleaving them all down. All right, we're good. I didn't look that one up, but it was pretty good. Fine. Donuts bringing people together. Do you think I found you? Let me see. I think it always takes a minute to come through on Snapchat. Oh yeah, there we go. Got some new ads. 4. Thanks. All right. Oh, should I queue for one more? We can do one more. So that was I just did the last one of rank 1. So the next one would be a little bit harder. It would be the first one of rank 2, which is Dippy. I can do Dippy. If I was making fun of that guy for not beating Dippy, I can definitely beat Dippy. I am back to line. We'll see how long it actually takes to get into a fight because I've been waiting for quite a while. But I got 7 minutes left. We can fight Dippy and then wrap up the stream. I'm making the firecracker salmon for dinner tonight. I've got it marinating in my fridge, and I had something else I wanted to make with it. I don't remember what it was. Firecracker salmon, and I have like some brown rice. I feel like I was gonna make like rice cakes or something. I don't remember. All this talk about donuts has made me hungry. Oh, you know what I wanted to make this weekend? And I'm gonna try and find time, but I never get quite enough done during the week. And I always have just like too many things to do during the weekend. So I never end up getting anything. Like I wake up on a Saturday and I'm like, okay, I need to do these Patreon drawings and I need to make a video for Monday and I need to publish the stream VoD and I need to walk the dog and I need to clean my house. And that's not that many things. I could probably do all of that in maybe 6 hours and then be done. But because there's like so many things to list and it's Saturday, I wake up and I go, oh no, I have far too much to do. It's Saturday. I'm going back to bed. And I just like go sleep more and I end up getting like none of it done. So all the things that I said I wouldn't do until I was finished anything else, like baking, never get done because I never finish everything else. But I wanted to make cinnamon buns. I've had the ingredients hanging around my house for cinnamon buns for ages. And now that I have that new stand mixer, I want to mix up like some nice yeasted cinnamon buns, but I don't have a 9-inch pan. I'm sort of lacking on bakeware, and I don't want to buy a bunch of bakeware until I have a house that I'm not going to move from, because I really hate moving stuff. And so I'm trying to refrain from buying heavy things that I don't strictly need. But I wanted to make cinnamon buns. Like not the biscuit kind, like the bready, chewy, frosted, you know, just like carb bonanza cinnamon buns. You installed it for a face swap with your girlfriend, then installed it? Okay, so confession. I actually really like the Snapchat filters, like the face ones. I never send snaps of them because that's considered like a very like basic thing to do or whatever. Like people Snapchat shame a lot. So I don't like snap selfies or anything because that's just not what I do, but I love looking at them. So I'll like pull up the filters and I'll like check them all out and I'll be like, oh, this one makes noise. And sometimes they scare me, and I really love Snapchat filters, but I never actually snap with them. It's kind of like lipstick. Like I really love extremely bright colored lipstick, but outside of every now and then, like on a stream, I don't wear it unless I'm staying home and not on camera, because typically they're not very flattering colors. I haven't really figured out how to make it look super good. And then the other thing is when I'm concentrating, like if I am queuing PvP on camera, my mouth tends to hang open a little bit, which is not very flattering. And because you can see the inside of my lips, you can see like the bright red on the outside, and then like my mouth color inside is just bad. So I don't wear bright colored lipsticks when people can see me, but if I'm just like working from home and I know I don't have to like answer the door or anything, I'm just like, ah, yeah, we're gonna put on some crazy berry pink bomb stain moisturizing whatever, and I'll just look ridiculous. But they smell nice and they're fun and I like them. You do too, Hazel? You only keep Snapchat for them. Doesn't always have to be for sharing. What would be a me if it wasn't for her? You know, the Hello Kitty Snapchat is my favorite. Do they have one like right now? I'd Snapchat you with them. Krispy Kreme is baker. Okay, baker version of McDonald's. I've never been to Krispy Kreme, and if it is in fact the bakery version of McDonald's, then I don't really feel a need to go. So I've heard that Dippy just like likes to sort of knock you around. So I probably want to be out of range of Peck. And then I don't remember. I fought Dippy back before, but it's been a while. Will he interrupt my Void Torrent with that? Oh! Oops. I forgot that one shot, and I was making fun of that guy for dying to Dippy. Shame on me. Oh. Alright. Don't Void Torrent when Dippy wants to peck you. Okay, we gotta try that again. We cannot just leave off having died to Dippy. We gotta beat down Dippy. He is no longer cute penguin. I have lost all sympathy for Dippy. Down with Dippy. Hashtag down with Dippy. Oh man. Just caught the last few minutes of Hazel. Yeah, as soon as we beat Dippy, I'm signing off, but I have to beat Dippy. I forgot. I didn't look him up. She's committed suicide yet. Whoops. Hey, Gazum. Hey, BJ. Nothing mentioned about the Family Familiar videos. I'm doing them very slowly. It's going to take me a long time to kind of accumulate the correct data because I have to fight test each one and they only come up 3 a day. So don't hold your breath. It'll happen, but I wouldn't necessarily wait for me. You can definitely do some Googling around to see if anybody else has any good solutions. Thank you, no. All right, how many am I going to have to wait to do this again? Sign me up. Sign me up, man. Get me in there. 7? Fine. Oh, they had it twice, the Hello Kitty face. Okay. Hazel hypocrite. I'm having a bad day for that. Okay, so last night in Raid, Skaterbun, who is in my raiding guild, he's one of our tanks. Or he used to be. I don't know what he does now. But he's in the guild, and he tried to say something in Vent, and he misspoke. Or, yeah, he misspoke. Or he was making fun of somebody else's enunciation and, like, misspoke. I don't actually remember. He misspoke somehow. And I unmute my mic because I was muted because I was eating before. I had my mic, and I go to say in Vent. I was like gonna talk, you know, throw some shade and say something along the lines of, "Well, it's not like you're so good at talking, anyways." And I completely butchered it, and I tripped over my words, and I started like sputtering into my microphone, and then I just like mute myself again and just like cry super red-faced into my desk. It was really funny and terrible, super hypocritical of me. And then of course today, you know, I'm laughing at this guy that dies to Dippy, and then I immediately die to Dippy. Shameless self-plug, you have guides for almost all the Family Familiar battles. Yes. Yes! Use his guides. Absolutely. If anybody knows how to do what Skaterbun does, that is the way to go until I get my stuff up. And if I get stuck on any of them, I'm probably going to look at his guides in order to research my own guides. So I absolutely 100% endorse that link that you just put in there. Your new medicine gave you dry mouth and you couldn't make the words. Well, now I feel bad. It's not very nice to make fun of people because of their medication side effects. But if I can't make fun of Skaterbun, what am I even doing with my life? Like, what's left? Position line 6. I need a round 2 against Dippy. Keep attacking him and knocking him down so he doesn't have a chance to cast Peck. So, yeah. So, it looks like I can't. If I want a Void Torrent, I'm going to have to stun him. I'm going to have to hold Mind Bomb until Void Torrent. And then Mind Bomb when I'm already in Void form, so I can just immediately, as soon as he gets stunned, mash Void Torrent and get it off. And aside from that, not worry about it so much. Did it look like the Mind Flay ticks were knocking him back? I don't remember. You're a rogue now, close enough to a tank? That's right. Are you the real Hazelnutty? Am I the real Hazelnutty? I don't know. Is there a realer Hazelnutty than me? I think I'm as real as it gets. I'm a real thug over here. You spent hours yesterday trying to kill Flummox with aquatics. If you're having that hard of a time, you can always look and see which other tamer you could do instead, because you can blacklist 3 from each achievement, right? Because you only need 12, and there's 15 available. So if you just can't do it, that's fine. You're allowed to not do 3 of them. Your attacks knock him back. Yeah, I just want to know if the Mind Flay ticks knock him back individually, or if I have to keep spamming Mind Flay. All right, this other guy's fighting Dippy. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Palaros versus Dippy. See, I feel like as a melee, that's easier because you're, like, auto-swinging, right? Oh, that's Skaterbun. He's doing it right there. That's sassy. He's gonna show me how- he's probably doing this just to prove to me that I suck. The first stick always knocks him, but the dot does not. Okay. I'm out for the night. See you, Hazel. See you, Justin. Yeah, I'm almost done too. I'm just gonna show this penguin what's up, and then I'll be done. Flummox was bugged for a while, so I never finished him. Mind Flake and instantly press against the casting. Okay, so just spam Mind Flay when I need to. Gotcha. If he gets close during cast, spam some shit over death him, knock him back. Yeah, death won't work unless he's under, like, you actually can't death somebody unless they're under 20%, but yeah. Skater had trouble too, hate that Flummox, must die. Yeah, if he's that hard and there are other ones that are easier, then I would just skip it. There's no sense in ruining your sanity over a fight if you don't absolutely need to do it. He must die. I mean, if you have a grudge against him at this point, it's gotten personal, then I understand. I've been there. I'll cheer for you, Hazel. Thank you. I hate when you disconnect and your brand new keybinds reset. Yeah, that's rough. You know what you need to do? Obviously it's too late for you now, but preventatively for next time, for anybody else. Whenever you set up new keybinds, like you're redoing your UI, or you've got a new character, you set up new keybinds. Once you have them set up, relog. Log off, log back in, and that will save them so that if you do disconnect, it's not going to forget them like that. That works around that problem. Did you finish your non-night hold Falcosaur quest yet? Hey, Harry. No. I did one of them. I did the white one, and then I stopped. I got one Falcosaur mount, and then I completely stopped doing them. I'd like to say I didn't have time. I probably have time, but it's like I have an emotional quota of energy to put into WoW, and it's just not a high enough priority for me for it to make it into the quota. There's only so much WoW I can play in a day. You gotta go to the grocery store. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day yourself. How is Priest for healing and Legion? You have an 85 Priest that you've not played since Kata. I think they're doing pretty well in raids. We have at least one, if not two, Priests in our raid. I don't know what spec they are. I think Holy is quite good. I feel like Discipline is viable. If you're talking about PvP, then Discipline Priest is extremely strong in 2s. Not so good in 3s. No bueno. Bad news in 3s. Alright, am I almost up? 3. I need revenge. I'm really nervous. I don't want to die again. I just gotta keep hitting him, keep him away from me. Earning sanity from the S-Priest, you get it. Shield's Rest got the invite. Nice! Congrats! Oh, man. I wonder if I heard... So, you know how they, like, stealth hotfixed Demon Hunter damage in PvP, and then they added it to the patch notes or the hotfixes today? I heard somebody saying, and I don't know if it's true, but I heard somebody saying that arcane mage damage had been similarly hotfixed recently. And I want to know if that's true, because if they fixed arcane mages and they just toned down frost decays just a little bit, just like a wee bit, then I'll feel like I can really queue, and that if I lose, it's my fault. You know, demon hunters are good now. We're in a good spot. I just need to practice. If I want to be a Legion legend, if I want to be Gladiator Hazel one day, then I need a lot more practice, because I am not Gladiator material just yet. One day, I want to be good enough to play with my friend Flabby. Moderator Flabby in the chat is the best PvPer that ever was. Best one in the whole world. And one day, I want to be main team material. No is viable. MTG pre-release date, you're looking forward to it? Nice. I went to a Magic expansion release once. I went to Zendikar at a comic book shop because my friends at the time, I was in high school, my friends at the time were all about it. And I'd never been to one before because I wasn't into Magic at that time, but I mean, it was like a midnight release and I was just hanging out, so I went along. And it was really weird because like they all bought a bunch of packs and then they started opening them and sniffing them. All of them. They would just sit at the table and open the packs and then go. And I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, new card smell, man. I'm like, oh my god, my friends are dorks. And then they did some drafts, and I tried to play, and I didn't understand because I didn't know how to play Magic yet, but I remember being a pretty good night. Aside from, you know, the card sniffing. What server do you play on? Lightbringer, that is true. 75% of the videos you watch on YouTube are related to WoW, and you haven't even played in a few years. That's crazy how something becomes kind of like okay, Dippy, you're going down. Shit, I spilled my tea. Okay. You ready, Dippy? You ready? Ready? Alright, so I just can't get pecked. So, we're gonna spam the Mind Flay to get him a little farther away. And that gives us time to get a Mind Blast off. We're gonna be really careful like that. Spam that first tick. And then I'm gonna pop my Void Eruption. I'm gonna get that spam off. I'm gonna put the stun out on him, and then as soon as you're actually stunned, there you go. Oh no, he's out of the stun. He broke the stun. How am I supposed to? I can't Void Torrent. I can't do it. He's gonna come over here and peck me. All right, I'm doing it now. If he comes over here, I'm gonna have to cancel it though. Yeah, there we go. Void Bolt. Void Bolt. Power Infusion. Spamming the start of that cast. Getting a Mind Blast off. I probably should have popped my potion a while ago. Whatever, we'll pop it now. All right, so Void Bolt's over, so we're out of Void form. He's over there. Oh, it's okay. We can get back into another one. Yeah, stay over there, Dippy. Stay away. All right, so now we can shadow word death when we need to. He berserks in 1 minute. Dippy, you bad penguin, you bad bird, die. Yes, got him. Oh, Brawler Spruces. I have some vendor trash and some Brawlers gold. Dippy was surprising. He just got me that first time. I wasn't expecting it. Man. And then, of course, I can buy some potions if I wanted to. Cool! We did it! New card smells like old book smell. There's just an awesomeness to it. I can appreciate the book smell. I suppose I also appreciate the card smell. You know what I'm actually starting to get a taste for is a new Blizzard plushie smell. You know, when you first, you know, roll them out from the little box, you open up the purple box, and he's just like sitting there. Something special. Anyways, I'm done. The VoD for the stream will be going up tomorrow. If you missed any of it, check back tomorrow late morning, depending on your time zone. I'll be throwing that online, so you can catch up on any parts that you missed if you like. There's a vlog up from today if you haven't already watched that. That has me talking about just the stuff that happened this week. Sunday should be a new Battleground video, though I still need to make that. And then, yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I had a really good time. See ya.